support and he's not backtracking. Why is that? Like, if it was easy, everybody would do it. That's the saying that we used to say in college. If this was easy, everybody would be doing it. At the end of the day, lock in and do, or shut the fuck up complaining. Because complaining ain't gonna solve it. Action's gonna solve it. What actions are you taking? What support are you giving? All right, I'm done.
Hey, real quick, were y'all giving the results of that Live Nation thing? Were y'all saying, or y'all just talking about it?
Well, I was talking about it because all of this is going on, and thank you for bringing it to that. Because breaking news,
Yeah.
Live Nation has been found guilty. Right?
Yeah.
They've operated as an illegal monopoly in an antitrust trial and lawsuit. This just came down from Music Business Worldwide, and
No, I got the
this
alert
just
too. I got the
yes,
alert too. Yeah.
yeah, and but I'm gonna tell you, this conversation happened from a conversation yesterday. That's really what stemmed from for me because, as you may or may not know, I book artists also on the side. I'm just like all of us. We all hustle it. So as you're trying to book artists on the side, um, opportunities arise. We had a group from China, a group from Korea, and they wanted to book certain artists. And I was wondering myself, why is it so hard to book these artists, especially when they have the money? Um, and a friend of mine who works in booking, that works for a prominent agency, we were just having an off the record conversation. And in that conversation, he all but said that they have a monopoly. You cannot do it without them. And was so adamant about it that we were trying to figure out how do you get around, because if a person has $10 million, $15 million, $5 million, $3 million, 500,000, 20,000, and that artist's fee plus the production cost, travel, um, their visa costs and anything else associated is well beyond paid for. Why? And they're available. Why is it so hard to get these things to happen? And it just came crazy. It just came crazy that he just broke it down and basically was like, yo, it's just a monopoly and you can't get around it.
Well, see,
And
I
lo and
noticed a
behold,
lot of that during the 2010s because I wasn't going to a lot of shows, but trying to book as a group, HISD, which you met, the Hugh, we would try to
mhm,
book our own shows, and there just wasn't venues to do it. And you started to
this
kind
is
of realize that a lot of the venues, and I'm just speaking here in Houston, a lot of the venues that I would go to during the 2000s to see certain shows that were not, rock. I mean, Def Jam, whatever, and all these big shows. You got a lot of smaller shows. You got to see a lot of artists, and there were venues
mm,
to have that at. In the 2010s, just here in Houston, like they were gone or either bought out. And I say this all kind of weird right now because Monday, like I'm actually working with Live Nation, but I've been noticing that for at least the last 15.
yes, AG Live Nation or Ticketmaster or nothing. But we're gonna get into that. Let's play a song. I know we just sort of getting into it, but check this record out. Announcement: the R&B tour. That's Chris Brown and Obvious. You know, they should do an album together. That's fire. And before that, Kehlani. Kehlani's on a run right now. Shout out to Kehlani. Featuring Missy, Back and Forth. Any thoughts on those records? Any feedback?
Both of them dope records. I'm glad to see Kalani getting in the mix with the veterans like normal. You know, Missy has never shied away from collaborating with newer and younger artists. So it's good to see Missy's in that space, doing her thing still, producing, writing, performing. Like, it's good to see our legendary artists still, like, seems like Missy has never left her prime. It's almost, how we always talk about LeBron in his prime, Mike in his prime. It's almost like every time we see Missy, she's still in prime Missy mode. So it's good to see that going on. And yes, Kalani is definitely on a run right now, and it's good to see her being successful and making, continue to be persistent and just following up back to back. Like she did the Folded song last year. Now she's coming back in with this. She had a couple versions of Folded, by the way, too. She did the acapella version, not the acapella. She did the orchestra version where she had all the strings and all of that behind her, and then she did the live version of it, which I love. Got live instrumentation in that, so good to see them staying consistent. As far as Chris Brown, you can't go wrong. And I'm
Shit, Missy bringing the party back with that one. You on mute, CL.
So I gotta say, Kalani's like 3 for 3, man. She's like,
yeah, she winning right now.
Miss I Can't Miss. Killing them. Mike Lee.
Me off mute. I think I'm off mute.
Yeah, I'm right here. What's going on?
What's up, everybody? It's Nico.
What up, Nico? Yeah, hold on. We coming right to you, my brother. We coming right to you.
Let me tell you, put me back on mute.
Oh, yeah, no, it was good. Nah, man, both of those records tough. But like the thing that you were saying earlier, like the Live Nation shit, okay, man, I put in the text, like, man, from every April to about November, those all the concerts and tours and festivals that Live Nation do in Dallas, where they bring about 40-something events for the whole year to where they control it. Even though I know dudes that got millions of dollars that want to get Lil Wayne, I mean, they can't compete with Live Nation because they done already bought all the shit up.
Yeah, and my thing is, I look, shout out to everybody who's producing entertainment and shows, but what I don't like is when there's no fairness and there's no equality. Like, if you want to bring a show and you're the little guy, why can't you bring the show? You know what I'm saying? Like, how could you ever build up to become a bigger entity if you can't get started, if you can't even, you can't get out the box? So yeah, it gotta be fair, man. It gotta be fair, and that's a part of like making America great, right? Or I hate using that term. That's the worst term. Let's not use that. Let's just say that's about a part of making things better for everybody. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I shout out to the little theaters and the independent rooms and all of that. They pricing everybody out, and like somebody said, I saw in the thing, the culture or the energy that we bring, it doesn't have a space to exist, and that shit is trash. Yes, capitalism sucks. I'm a socialist. I'm gonna keep it real, man. I am. I like to share, so that's just me. Biana, go ahead, brother.
That Missy Kalani record, I really like that joint. And the thing about folks saying Kalani don't miss, Kalani's taking a step back, and she's about quality over quantity. She ain't necessarily out here dropping 40 records, you know what I'm saying, up and running, ripping and running, dropping. Because, yes, we know people have short attention span. But what's Kalani doing? Oh, this is a hit. Well, let me give you a different version. Let me give you a different version. Let me give you a different version. It's still a hit across these 4 or 5 versions until I come up or find something else that's really going to well represent me and keep stuff rocking. And I like that. And we all know that how Missy gets down. Missy's going to always give you something to rock to. And she only works with people that she respects. So that's another notch on Kalani's belt in itself.
Mute.
You're on mute, C.
You back on mute, man.
C drop a big game right there, all on mute. Drop big game.
I know. I was like, yeah, he's right on it, man. I was saying, I think the album comes out later this month, the 26th or the 29th. So I can't wait to see what that joint sounds like. But yo, man, we got some good records, man, and they're coming consistently. Last thing I'll say before we bring up our first guest is we did try to do our first new music list. It is a chance, that we took, and it's been getting some decent feedback. So records we play on here, records we discuss, we just trying to find another way to highlight them. So shout out to the new music list that we did. It's I think it's called New Music Daily, and check it out if you haven't checked it out. That being said, We got our first guest in the building, and I've known this brother for a long time, way before reality TV, way before, um, these new songs. He's a native New Yorker, Brooklynite, but people don't know he has a deep music history. Nico London is in the building. Shout out to you, brother Nico. What's good with
Yes.
you, man?
Yes. Oh man, in the building. I'm here,
Yeah, we
man. I'm
need
just getting over an eye infection, but I'm here live and direct in the building. This shit been going on for 3 weeks with my eye. And what the doctor's been telling me to stay out of light, stay out of light. And I'm like, man, I need to be in the light. What you talking about? Anyway.
Nah, no
So
doubt. Wait, can you
I'm
turn on
here,
your?
man. Yeah, a
Are,
lot of people don't know I do music.
wait before you get into it? Are you
Can you
able to
hear me?
turn on your camera?
Yeah, I can turn on my camera. You're gonna see a patch on my eye, but I can turn on the camera.
Yeah, we don't care.
It's
We
no
gonna,
problem. Hold on a
it's
second.
how we do it. It's how we do it. All right, we're gonna wait for you to get on camera and whatnot. But yeah, shout out to Nico, man. Like I said, we go back some years in this music thing, and there's a whole history before where he is now, and I can't wait for him to get into it. But we got to get him on camera real quick. We got to do him right. Okay, hold on. Here you go again. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there you go. Okay, we're gonna mute you on this other one. Okay, unmute. And then we're gonna ask you to unmute and then turn your camera to the landscape mode so we can get the full picture. Nico, can you hear us? All right. Nico, 1 2 1 2.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
I'm
you.
on.
Okay.
All right, you can hear me.
Okay, there
Good.
you go.
So
Yeah, all right. So one last thing. Can you turn your phone? There you go. Perfect.
Is that what? Is that good?
No, the other way was better when you had it to the side.
Is that good? The other way. This way, like this. Okay, like that.
That's 100%. You great.
There you go.
All right. There you got your slick
What's
Rick
going
on.
Yeah, did y'all hear anything I said? I got an eye infection and all that shit. Did I hear none of that?
Yeah, we heard a little bit of that. Yes.
Okay, good. So, what's going on, guys? How's everybody?
We good, brother.
We
are great. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, good. So, what was the question again? Let's start fresh.
Well, yeah. We always, I always feel like it's only appropriate to start with, because everybody knows you for, they may know some of your music, but they really know you for the reality show stuff. And my point is that I've known you a long time, and there's a whole musical history behind Nico London. So I wanted you to start from the beginnings of who Nico London is and what you have done in the music business and go from there.
Man, Nico London from Brooklyn. Brooklyn, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Kind of always been into music. I kind of started out as rap, rapping first, banging on the walls, creating beats, doing rap. When I was probably 14 years old or something like that. It just transpired into singing because I always was fascinated with the gospel world and the way they was catering to their songs and creating, they could make a song out of the back of a cereal box, just reading words and make it into a song. So I always was fascinated with that side of the slick side of it, and singing to women and all that. So early on, I was always out in those. Oh, I had one foot in the streets, one foot in the music industry. So I was always out in the open mic spots like Chaz and Wilson's, Honeysuckles, all these big spots back then that you can go and sign your name up and sing a cover song and, get the bitches on you. You know what I'm saying? The chicks, I was always doing it. Me and my niggas was doing it for that, singing for the bitches. So we felt like, yo, we go to these open mic spots, nigga, we can dominate. We got a little voice, we slick, we just fly. And I still had that foot in the street. So I was like, that's what I was doing, getting money and going to a night, You sneaking out, going all these hot open mic spots. So that's how I developed singing. And I got into
Dope stuff. And just going from like back in the day when you was moving and grooving in New York, the let's just call them the good times. It was the Uptown, the Bad Boy, the Motown. What's your story on how you got connected to all of that energy?
Well, I wrote like 4 songs for K when he was in this day. Him and Fox came with that record. I was on that album.
Hold on. Nico, you're breaking up a little bit. You're breaking up a little bit.
You hear me?
We couldn't hear you before. You got to say everything again.
So what I was saying is that what I think about, like my first real introduction to the business is when Kenny Smooth, that had Spoiled Rotten, he had put me onto the Case album. Remember when Case had the Touch Me, Tease Me record? And they brought me in to write some record. They brought me to write some records for Case. So that was my first introduction to really like writing for artists. I wrote like 3-4 songs for Case. I'm on that album. And then I went ahead and did some stuff for Tamia when Tamia was rocking. I don't know if y'all know when Tamia was rocking. I did some stuff with her with Trackmasters when she was rocking with Trackmasters. So I don't work with all those guys, Trackmasters, Timberland, Chad from Pharrell, when it was Pharrell and Chad down in Virginia, Teddy, Teddy Riley. Y'all know him about Teddy Riley, but I don't work with a lot of greats already. Danger Hands and all that. We did a lot of records. But I also was an artist too. So I was signed to a couple of deals. So I had my first real deal was with EMI Records. When Lindsey Williams was the president over there, they signed me over there. I did my first big record with Gerald Levert. He did one of my biggest singles on EMI. This is the time when God Bless the Dead, D'Angelo was over there on EMI. That's the same time I was signed to EMI. So I did a whole album with them, the first single with Gerald Levert. Then after that deal, I went ahead and did it because they turned EMI into a publishing company. And it was no more of a record company. So I got caught up in that mix, that transition, when they turned it into a publishing company and there wasn't no more record company. They started doing all those mergers. I got caught up with that transition. Then I got another deal right after that. Caught a deal. I had 2 deals on the table. One with Sony with Tommy Mottola on them and Ron Sweeney. And my other deal was with Sylvia at Elektra. So Chris Lighty at this time was managing me. God bless the dead. Chris Lighty was managing me with Eric Nix. Eric Nix and Chris Lighty was managing me back then, Violator Records. So I had 2 bidding wars on the table back then, Sylvia Rome and Ron Sweeney and Tommy Mottola. I kind of went with Ron Sweeney, the highest pay, with Ron Sweeney and Tommy Mottola, although Chris Lighty walked me straight to Sylvia. So that deal, I did that deal over there. So I always had these deals and did all these big deals and did all these, got all this big money. And then something happened with the company. So when I did the Sony deal, that deal got saturated because when they fired Ron Sweeney, they brought in Dave McPherson. Now you remember that, CL. Remember they brought Dave McPherson at Epic, Sony.
Absolutely.
So when Dave McPherson and Maurice and all them came over there, them niggas they swept house. They came over there and got rid of everybody that was on Ron Sweeney roster that he signed. Tim Dog was there at the time too, butt naked Tim Dog. He was the vice president. He the one brought the deal into Ron Sweeney and Tommy. So I did the deal with them. Then when my album was finishing up, they fired Ron Sweeney and brought Dave McPherson and Maurice on. They came in and got rid of everybody that Ron Sweeney had on that label. So I did a deal after that with Barry Hankerson and Virgin Records. This is the time when Aaliyah was, when Aaliyah
you went back in the Matrix again on us. You were sounding good. You were sounding good, but then you went right back into the Matrix.
Can you hear me now? Yeah.
You're still in the Matrix a little bit.
I might be fucking reception in this hotel. But anyway, you can hear me better?
Yeah, a little bit better, yeah. And you might want to turn on the light too if you can. Don't worry, we got you. We got you.
Don't worry about it. I ain't affected, but I'm gonna turn on the light though. You see a little better.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I did that deal. Then I did the Virgin deal. with Barry Hankerson. This is when Tank was up there. Me and Tank was doing, signed to the same company. Y'all can hear me still?
Sounding good. You sounding good.
Good. So yeah, I did that. So I wrote a lot of songs for a lot of different people. I mean, I work with Trackmaster. I wrote a bunch of songs for them. Me and Timbaland, we did a bunch of songs. Danger Hands, we did a bunch of songs. I did that. I did the single with Timbaland with Danger Hands called with Paula Deanda. Did a lot of records, man. A lot of people they just know me from the TV aspect. They don't know me from the music aspects. But yeah, I've written and wrote a lot of records, and got plaques and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm well seasoned in the music industry in terms of being an artist and having records and
Nico, real
stuff
quick,
like that.
last thing, I know I'm like producing you on the fly. I'm producing on the fly. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say your hand was blocking your whole
Okay.
face and everything for a second.
Let me put it like that.
Yeah,
Better.
now you look. Yeah, there you go. You sharp. You look at a star. What
There
city
you go,
you
there
in,
you go.
man? Where you at, man? What city you in?
Right now, I'm in Atlanta. I'm traveling right now. I had just left South Carolina. I'm on a little tour right now, and I got a big tour coming up. But I'm in Atlanta right now. So I'm in my hotel room right now. So it's kind of dark because, like I said, I got an eye infection, and the doctor told me to stay away from light. But anyway,
Oh snap! Yeah, my
yeah,
bad, man.
I'm getting over that right now. So that's why you see the patch on my eye. But
Got
this
you,
is
got
like
you.
the ending of it, so don't worry about it. But anyway,
Okay,
that's why I was
good.
dark. That's why I was dark in here, shit like that.
Yeah. My bad, man. I'm over here being selfish for the interview.
Oh, nah, you good. You good. You good. Ain't no problem. No, nobody know. That's why I told y'all. But yeah, in terms of me being an artist, I've been an artist before the TV screen. I've always been an artist. That's actually how I got on TV because I was an artist and I had that background and I was the perfect the perfect one to combat Stevie because he was in music. You know what I'm saying? On the show, so it makes sense.
Got it.
Yeah,
Nah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
for sure.
Let's talk about the new project that you're working on and how this all came about. Hey DJ, let's get into the music.
Oh man, Hey DJ came because I think that was a record that was supposed to be served. I like it. So even though a lot of my records on the Afrobeat type vibe, Afrobeat pop type, but I started and it will get out there. So I guess all the DJs got version that's already been out there. Y'all don't really have my version, but y'all gonna get it soon anyway. Already record version, so y'all gonna get that version. My version pretty much the same. Ain't too much. It's just gonna be just you gonna hear me more on the record. But that's how that record came about. My boy Hearns, he stepped to me, said, "Yo, I got this record, blah blah blah." I heard the record. I said, "Yo, I'm gonna service the record. I like the record, so I want to be the one to service it." And it just made sense, and we just did a deal. Do it like and and I got that version has already been out already, but Dread is taking up. That's a good thing. That's
Yeah. You're still going in and out, Nico, but it's all good. We're gonna go ahead. I want to play this song for everybody and whatnot, and then we're gonna come back. Actually, I'm gonna play both versions for everybody so they can hear really what's going on. So we're gonna start off with this. This is my man Nico London.
Well, I don't think you got the new version. CL. My new version. Yeah, you don't got that new version. Because I just did a whole new version that's about to be serviced. I don't think you got that version, but I did like
you want to send it to me and I'll play the current. I'll play the one I got, and then you can send me the new one. In the meantime,
just play the one you got, right? Just play the one you got, because that one is still in mastering. They ain't even sent it to me yet.
Oh, okay, all right. So
yeah, so let's play.
All right, well, let's get into it. Everybody, check this out. Like I said, this is Nico London. The song's called "Hey DJ." Let me know what y'all think.
Vibes.
Yes. We are right back at you. New Music Wednesday. It's Nico London. New music. Yeah, man. Can't even really deny that because of the DJ element And shout out to all the DJs you shouted out on the record. I don't know how
That's
many
like a,
DJs
that's
you
like
shouted.
that's like a cheating song right there for the DJs.
Yeah, it's like how you not gonna play something with your name in it? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like it's that's a
Exactly.
shout out to Greg Street. I heard him up in there. We're gonna go right to some comments and some feedback and some questions. Shout out to DJ Endzone. Endzone, go ahead. You on with Nico London?
Endzone, what up?
Hey, what's up with you? But yeah, I gotta say something right quick because I got another Zoom to hop on at 4:30. But you was in Columbia a few weeks ago, won't you? At the music
Yes.
podium. I was there. I'm apologize. I wasn't able to talk to you, but I heard the Hey DJ song. That look for me doing it, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We didn't meet there though, right? I don't think I met. Yeah, we ain't talk.
We all walked past each other. That was it. We ain't talked. But it's our
Okay.
first time talking. But we did see each other. And that was at Paul event. Shouts out to him. But I love the joint, of course, because hey DJ, showing love to the DJs. Paul did give me the original. So the remix version, that's I don't have that. I actually did play the original at a school event back in January for the kids. I'm like, maybe the kids would like something like this. Unfortunately, to be honest, the fourth graders didn't like it, but the other grades they did like it overall.
Yeah.
But like I said, I enjoyed the music. I really like how you pay homage to the DJs, and like I said, I wish I would have talked to you at the event. We saw each other, but we didn't speak. But I do remember seeing you at the event that Paul put together for the DJs. So it's good to talk to
Yeah, I
you.
popped
And
up. Yeah, for
yep.
sure.
But
I'm
yeah, I gotta
supporting.
hop off. I got another Zoom. All right.
Well, nice meeting you. Endzone. I think I did a drop for you. I think I did a drop for you too.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
for
You
sure.
did. You did. You did. And I got it.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Good meeting you.
Good meeting you too. I gotta get on another Zoom.
All right.
All right, dope stuff. DJ Big Red.
My bad. Hey, I'm gonna turn my camera on. Apologize for that.
DJ Big Red, what up?
What's going on, brother?
I think I did it.
Time no see, man. It's been a minute since the last time I talked with you in Dallas, man.
Oh man, that's been long ago, bro.
No, man.
What's up?
Hey,
yeah.
Music sounds good, man. I like that, man. Then again, the vibe that you're putting out to give out the party vibes for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A little party pop joint that's gonna pop off in the clubs, especially with the DJs.
Yes, indeed. So when you make your next, the last time we was here, I was in the club with you and Peter Guns, man. We was out.
Yeah, that's right, yo. Remember? Oh yeah, that was we popped off out there. I'm coming back out there to finish the show. I got a show out there, TV show that I did out there under my new network.
Okay.
So I'm coming back out there to finish that.
That's what's up, man. So just keep doing what you're doing, brother. You know, keep music. And again, you know, I appreciate you being on the call, brother.
Oh man, thanks for tapping in.
Oh,
when I get out there, we gotta lock in though.
Definitely I hope you still got my number.
Yeah, Big Red. I'm gonna look it up in my phone to see if it come up on the contact.
If not, I'll just hit you up on IG.
Yeah, hit me in the DM for sure, my boy.
Just like last time, I shot it to you in the DM.
For sure.
What's your views on AI music? That's what I want to ask you too. What are your views on AI music and AI use?
I think it's the future. I think it's dope. I think it's just that if you get artists to match that dopeness in reality, then it'll make sense.
Right.
But just it itself with nobody behind it ain't gonna make sense.
Right on.
But if somebody can actually match it and make it bring it out, yeah. I mean, AI shit is faster. How about that?
So, I appreciate you answering my question, man, and keep doing your thing, brother.
Yeah, it's like, damn, that shit is like, man, that shit is like, it's almost like too unreal. But yeah, that's my take on it.
That's what's up. Appreciate it. Back to you, CL.
All right, bro.
All right.
I was gonna ask you your thoughts on the new music business. You know, what you see today in terms of it being a much more independent, go get it yourself, get it out the mud. Do you enjoy this more, or do you enjoy more the way it was when you were, signed and coming up and sort of dealing with the various labels. What's your thoughts on today's music business versus yesterday's?
Yesterday's music was, man, first of all, the bag was totally different. Yesterday's music, like you can go with this deal, and if you got enough, shit, you might get an advance two, 300,000. Depending, you might get an advance $500,000. And I think also the music have more back then. Have more. It was A&R it more. It was more people behind the music A&R it.
Yep, Nico. I don't know if you finished, but you got cut off for some reason. The internet has been rough, but it's all good. So jump back in when you get a chance. That's it. This is Nico London. That record and the various versions of it are available on Digiwaxx, and I guess there's a remix, not a remix, but a new mix coming. So that will be put up on Digiwaxx as well. All right, Nico's back. We see you. I know the internet is rough over there, but go ahead. We pass the mic right back to you about the new music business versus the old music business. You were in the middle of saying something and got cut off.
Yeah, so old music business, like this pop be so you start but make them start, and everything it needs to be paid for to get the star, big star. Nowadays, it's not about. It's like it's easier today as an independent to blow up because you get your own fan base. If you got 1,000 people following you constantly, a supporter, you could money just 1,000. We don't even need to have 5,000 people or 1,000,000 people to make money. You can make a.
Okay, I think we lost Nico again. This has been a rough one. I don't know. We got to go talk to that. We got to go
eating them up, boy.
Yeah, I don't know what's
Hey, yo, man, come on, man.
Good.
Y'all gotta get man. Let them get that shit correct, man. This shit, that ain't. Man, I'm over here in tears, dog. That ain't even his fault, man. For sure.
No, it's not his fault. It's the internet where he's at.
CL, you want
yes.
let me turn on the internet in the hotel. So maybe that's what's fucking it up. I ain't on internet in the hotel. Let me turn it on though.
Turn it on.
Hold on 1 second.
All right. While you're doing that, we're gonna play a song. We're gonna come right back to Nico. Check this. Yeah, bro, what's up?
Yeah, hey yo, that was one of them things. Yeah, the beat was going. I was about to spit something. You came on the mic. All right, no problem.
yeah, no.
Y'all can hear me much better now, right?
1,000% better,
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
I don't know.
My bad. Everybody on the call, listen. I'm sorry, I didn't have my internet, the Wi-Fi in the hotel on, so that's why I was doing bad service. I just turned it on. All right, good. Let's go.
Okay, this is a way better interview. I was like, damn, man.
Yeah,
you was in the Matrix bad, man.
I was in the Matrix bad. Sorry about that. I take that responsibility. I should have been
shout
prepared.
To Quantum Leap. He picked that record. That's on G-Dep, new G-Dep. It's called It's Backwards. So
G-Dep, okay.
G-Dep. Yeah, G-Dep coming in, you know. Stupid question, but a real question. Outside of Brooklyn, what's your favorite borough, man?
Harlem.
And why?
I come from there too. I would say Harlem and the Bronx because I grew up in both of them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got two. I'll say Harlem and the Bronx. Honestly, I'll probably say the Bronx before Harlem because I did a lot of dirt. I did it because on my teenage when I used to stay up there with my grandmas on the weekends. I created a whole nother crew up there from Brooklyn. So we was running through shit, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you know, newspapers, stealing newspapers and shit, going door to door in the project, selling them 20, 50 cents and shit like that. So I had a history up in the Bronx, the block parties, the jams, come on, man. You already know, I ain't got to tell you, man, how the Bronx was. You know what I'm saying? It was different. So I got a history in the Bronx, university projects coming up over there on weekends. Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
Roberto Clemente, the
Park,
pool.
yeah.
You feel me? Yeah.
Yeah. out to Swerve. Swerve lives next to Roberto Clemente Park.
Yeah.
So you know, literally.
Yo, we used to tag. I remember when I used to fake tag, like remember they used to spray paint the trains. So back in Roberto Clemente, you know they got the train track back there.
Of course, the Metro
We used to
North.
do all that. Yeah, so you know I had a lot of fun in the Bronx. I would say the Bronx after Brooklyn for sure.
Okay. All right. So back to what we were.
Yes.
You got some Queens, get the money people in the house. Well, listen, real quick, because you were saying some jewels, and you just was like in the Matrix bad. So I want to rewind. You were talking about the old music business versus the new music business, and what your thoughts on it, and we didn't hear any of that.
Oh,
so please,
beautiful. Let me go back to that.
Yeah, please.
Let me go back to that. So the old music business, it was a lot of money involved with artists. Artists was getting more pampered in the old music business, because if you signed the artist in the old music business, that was a $3 million deal, damn near. At least the minimum is a $2 million deal. So I was getting those deals. I ain't come out because the fucking, the president got fired, whatever the case is, but I got them advances. So those advances still make sense. So the money back then was different, even for the producers. Like Timberland was getting, $60,000, $70,000 a track. Y'all can hear me still? Okay, good.
Sound like a champ, baby. Sound like a champ.
So you got my guy, you got guys like Timberland and Danger Hands and all these guys, Pharrell and all of them. It was a different game, man. You had Jimmy Iovine. Let me just tell you a Jimmy Iovine story. Jimmy Iovine was only signing big producers. His whole mantra is signing producers, 4 or 5 at a time. Dr. Dre, give Swiss Beats a deal, give Pharrell a deal, give Timberland a deal, because if he got one hit song out of each of those producers from one artist, he already making millions of dollars. It ain't like that today. So the difference between now and then is that it's easier now with artists, because you can be an artist right now and you can have 1,000 subscribers, just 1,000 people on your fan base that love what you're doing. And you can sell to them every month one of your products. So you can make a living just having 1,000 fans. Whereas back then, you couldn't make a living having 1,000 fans. You needed to go platinum, go gold, and that type shit. Nowadays, so it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? So I think now and then, it was more money back then. You didn't have much control. Nowadays, you got way more control. Let me end this call. Right now, you got way more control, and you can create your fan base as big as you want. Your list of fan base as big as you want. So it's not really about going platinum today. It's about making a living and having a core fan base that can ride with you for the next 10 years. It's like having your own cult following. That's how I always say it. It's like having your own cult following. So once you find that personality with those people that like what you're doing, because the internet is so saturated right now, then you could be making money for the rest of your life. $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month, $100,000 a month. You just got to find your niche that love what you're doing. You can keep selling them products after product. If you got merch, sell them that. You got a new song, sell them that. So I think it's way easier today than it was back then. Back then, you have more, you had the guards, you had the gatekeepers, and you didn't have as much control. So if you didn't know how to control those advances that you was getting and invested, then you could be out the next day with a new artist to come in and take your spot. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like what happened to Nelly and my boy Flo Rida. I mean, Nelly was already papered up, but don't matter. Flo Rida came, stole his whole makeup, and ran with it. And got now what Flo Rida, he's a pop singer, got 10 number one hits. He ain't really got to get another record for the rest of his life. He could just torn his 10 hits. So it's sort of, but there's a lot of examples like that. So if you ask me what's better, I think both had its seasons. I think that season, the old way of doing it is different, because even the producers ain't getting that kind of money no more. But I think it's easier now for artists, because people who come out now as an artist can say, yeah, I can just build my own fan base in my own hood. And I got them following me every show I go to. And I'm gonna always have at least 200-300 people show up to a show of mine paying the ticket price and buying some merch. So that's how artists are staying, able to stay on the road and make money, especially artists in the South. So I think, yeah, that would be my I wouldn't even say one is better than the other. I would just say now you got to be like Speedy Gonzalez, doing 6 different things and understanding the music business a little more yourself to get that kind of fan base.
Well, yeah, no doubt. You mentioned the merch thing a few times. I think that was dope. And what do you what's your I mean, are you into streaming? Are you into like, I see people TikTok live selling products. Everybody been talking about this new platform called Whatnot, where you can pretty much just like the
It's a free
channel where you can
auction. It's a free
yes for
it's
yourself.
your own auction. So all of those things is the plus. And whoever's doing it should take more advantage of it. But I definitely want to jump on it myself, even for the stuff that I got coming out, merch that I got coming out, stuff that I'm and other products that I'm putting out. I want to jump on and do a what's not. All of those metrics that can make you money just by you showing up. Just by you showing up and saying, listen, buy this, and this is what it does, and this is how to help you. So yes, you'll make I believe in all those social platforms because it's gonna make you money. 100%.
Because I know people are going to want to ask this question. What's popping with you on the TV side and movie side? What you got planned for 2026 going into 2027? What's
Yeah.
popping?
Well, I got a new network. So my new network is called Jupiter Network. And I got 3 new shows that I'm doing on my network. But also I got those guys like I Now That's TV. Those are friends, the owners are friends of mine. Those are my boys. They want to do business with me. I mean, we talked. There's many options that I can go. Zeus, Lima and them over at Zeus, they want to do business. They've been wanting to do business with me 2 years ago. Me and Jocelyn, I mean, it's funny to say, but me and Jocelyn is about to do some business, right? And that's my nemesis. That's my, she's supposed to be against me, but we made up. Me and her's cool. So me and her gonna do some business on some TV stuff. But right now I'm really just focusing on scaling my brand and my TV shows and my network. I can do a deal with all those guys right now. I can jump back on Love and Hip Hop, but it ain't worth it for me. It's like it's better for me to just control and keep controlling what I'm doing and build it the way I want to build it. And instead of taking a deal, I'd rather be them guys' friends and we do some kind of merger together in terms of a show. I'm on that platform with niggas. Like I'm at that top tier where I'd rather do a merger with a guy like Lima on Zeus and we do a merger, Jupiter Zeus or Jupiter Now That's TV. And we do something together and make it big. So I'm more on that kind of empowerment situation, not more on the other situation where when I was on Love and Hip Hop, I was getting I didn't have control, you know what I'm saying, over entity cuts or anything like that. So I'm more on the controlling side now of the network. But I don't have a problem with none of those networks. TV, I've been offered to come back to TV since I left. I just never did it because it had to make sense for me. I'm like, why would I go back on it? And I left on the highest note. I said, it got to make sense. If I'm going to come in as a disruptor. And that's how I kind of left Love and Hip Hop as a disruptor. This nigga came in to change the landscape of what reality TV was with the sex tape and all that other shit. So anyway, we started fighting and all that stuff first, you know what I'm saying, on Love and Hip Hop and all that kind of shit. But anyway, I mean, me coming back to TV, absolutely. I'm doing that forever. The 2026 is a new takeoff. Like, I got everything coming out from music to fashion to my new network breaking, my new TV shows breaking. It's going to be a movie. I got a lot of things going on. So, yeah, me coming back to TV absolutely is a plus. I've been offered to come back to Love and Hip Hop. I didn't take the deal because it didn't make sense with the money. The money got to make sense because I already know they're going to edit me the way they want to get what they need. So I'm like, if you're gonna make me look a certain way, I need to get a certain amount. But that's why I started my own network. So yeah, I'm coming back to TV immediately as we speak. We filming.
Dope. So you got the own network.
Yes.
So are you going to be doing
Record company. I got
original?
the own network. My record company YBW, which is Young Black. It stands for Young Black Wealthy. Young Black and Wealthy. YBW. Young Black and Wealthy. It's all about empowerment and all that. So I'm giving artists deals. I'm creating an incubator system where I'm putting up the money for their first single, whatever the case is, whatever got to be done. I'm putting up the money for artists that I like, artists that I want to sign. I'm putting all the money up for. If I think you hot and I think you got what it take to be a superstar, I know the game. I've been in it for a long time. I'm gonna put the money up and we're gonna do a split. Y'all gonna be your own boss. I'm looking for bosses. I'm looking for leaders. I don't want to babysit nobody. I just want to put the money up and you got your own outlet. You do your thing. I help you push it, and we could do some kind of split together. And you blow up on your own, and I'll
Look,
help you
man,
push it.
you hear with Nico London. He got the network. I'm sure people want to know, and I'm gonna ask for you, what's up with the sync licensing? Because a lot of people on this call and in our network have production, songs, records, or they're working with artists that have talent. What's the sync licensing situation like with you and your network?
I mean, it just gotta make sense to what I'm doing. If it's a record, because I got, I do music too, and I do everything as well. But I'm also gonna be taking songs that's gonna make sense to what I'm putting out. So if it makes sense to what I'm putting out, then let's do it. It was, if I say I'm doing a soundtrack for this show, and these are the kind of songs I'm looking for, then they got to make sense to that quota, what I'm looking for in those for that soundtrack. If it makes sense, I'm taking. There's no favoritism. It's like if it's hot, I'm taking it. I don't care if you from around the corner of the project. I don't care where you're from. If the song is hot, I'm going off of the songs. Not the, what I'm saying? So yeah.
All right, so there's no bias. This is the no bias
no
zone.
bias.
We
No
are just
bias
playing
zone.
no shit, and we're gonna call it a day, and that's what we're gonna do. Last question. Obviously, well, you sort of touched on it before. With your tour, any festivals or big shows that anybody can catch you on or connect with you, to
Yeah, I gotta
do any content that they want to do.
I got a festival I just got put on. That's been she was supposed to be under wraps with Neo and Akon and a couple other guys that is. But this is talk specifically with Neo and Akon that I'm gonna be put on. So I'm gonna be running around with that, one of the biggest DJs that's hot and popping right now. And then I got some other stuff in the mix. I'm doing this Queens of Mocha tour. That starts in June. That's gonna be crazy. So I'm performing on that as well. Yeah, I got some other goodies I'm putting together too. I'm putting together something real big for another little small tour. But I got like 2 tours right now that I'm doing. I'm about to do, and I got some festivals that's asking me to come perform stuff at right now, just one-offs. So
Awesome,
yeah,
man. Well, Nico's busy doing his things in Atlanta. He's moving around on tour. For those who want to get drops from you, which I know you've been doing drops,
I
other
did about
interviews,
500.
yeah, and other interviews and everything else. How should they get in contact with you? What's the best way?
Just hit me on a DM. I mean, hit me on a DM, and I'll just send a DM to whoever need to be sent to get everything organized, and I can get them, in the right order, so I can just knock them out real quick. Because I'll be knocking the drops out quick. Once I get a formula, I'm knocking them out real quick. Or you can get them at Hearns or whatever the case is. And it'll get to me. But whatever we got to do, we here to empower, man, and blow up and do great music. I'm also in the zone of empowering, man, and just doing dope songs and keeping the fun and the great escape living. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, how Puff used to get those parties. That was the great escape. When he say he giving a party, people be like, let's go. But not those parties, but the parties that we went to, CL, that we ain't go to the after parties. We went to the main parties, and that was the shit that was shook the cities up. Everybody was popping. So we kind of want to bring that back again, but just keep this music going, man. I mean, it's a new world order right now.
I agree, man. I don't like the landscape of the city right now, but I feel like we can bring it back. We need somebody like you to pick up the mantle and keep it moving.
Yeah, man. Bring this shit, let's have fun again, man. Let's make this shit like everybody can make some money. You know what I'm saying? Remember back then, everybody was making a piece of something. People was making money back then. Whether you was a doorman, you was a runner, you was breaking records at the club, you was running from club to club, breaking it with the DJ. Everybody made a piece.
Yeah.
It ain't like that no more. We got to get back to that. Because a lot of DJs out here breaking records, bro, all around the country, and they matter. You DJs matter, bro, because it's like, we need music. We can't live without music. So if you got DJs breaking records, man, you got to take care of them. Like, we need to get back to that. Some niggas taking the records around, pay the DJ. I ain't gonna run the records around to 5 different clubs in one night. Pay the DJs. So I'm on that tip, me and my, that's what we doing.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Have fun.
Bring it back. You got a DJ record. Hey, DJ, I feel like this is the perfect breakthrough to set everything else up. And you can put a record right on top of this because they got to play 2.
Yeah.
So all good.
Yeah, they got a lot of records. We got a lot of records over here. We ain't got a shortage of records. I tell you that.
That's what's up. Well, listen, Nico, thank you, man, for pulling up and doing your thing.
For sure.
I got some other plays. We're gonna talk. We're gonna put you in some other plays and keep this thing going.
Oh, I know. I
And,
already know. CL got to come on, man. I don't know how many of these people on this call know who you really are, but we go back from a long time. CL broke a man. That guy broke a big record. Remember that record? What's one of the biggest records you broke?
between Mims and
Oh yeah,
between
Memphis.
Fabulous, can't
Yo,
deny it. I mean,
come
there's a lot of
on,
records, man.
man.
We could go back. We could go back.
Yo,
Outcast, man.
Digiwaxx was a disruptor. I'm just gonna tell people who don't know. Digiwaxx, the company, was a disruptor. That's how they came in the game, as disruptive, independent.
That's right.
Period. Independent. It wasn't independent on the streets, boots, whatever you had to do, you broke it independently. I seen it across the world, though. And then took it across the world. With a little black boy called Mims.
Yeah. 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 Shout out to
Yeah.
Harlem. Shout out Washington Heights.
Yeah.
We
Let's
did it,
go.
man.
But that's what's up, man. Thanks for the highlight. Whatever I gotta do, let's make it happen, guys. It's a lot of records coming though. A lot of records. We just getting started. Hey DJ is just one of the hits. We got many
All
big
right, no doubt, man. Well,
for
thank
sure.
you. We're gonna get into this record, new joint that came out on the album last week. I ain't gonna say what it is. We're gonna play it, we're gonna come back. Tell me what your thoughts are. And if you need to get at Nico, let me know and I'll connect you. All right?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Love.
Yeah, we're back. New Tink. Records.
Yeah, that was hot. That was hot.
Nico, what's your thoughts? We might well, give us some
Yo,
feedback.
that was hard. That was hard. Whoever that is, she got that. She got that. Yeah.
Are you familiar with Tink?
Oh, that's Tink?
That's Tink new joint.
Oh, Tink. Yeah, that's a smash. She got one. I like Tink though.
Yep. So
Tink is another one though. Artist Tink. Yeah, she dope.
Yeah, she got a joint called Strangers. That's the name of the record.
Yeah, that's called Strangers.
It's called Strangers. So, a lot going on. Are you excited for the Chris Brown Usher tour?
I'm excited for that tour. Am I excited? I'm excited because all the baddies gonna be there. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's gonna be. I'm gonna recruit so many girls to the new TV network. Are you mad? I can't wait for the tour to start.
You gotta get out there. You gotta get out there and stream, man. If you stream, they gonna come, man. Trust me. Get the streaming going. On another note, Jermaine Dupri had a pretty big post. I felt like I love JD, man, because JD, he's an advocate for our culture. You know what I mean? And he doesn't really hold his tongue. But he said that for the first time that he can remember, there's not a wave happening in hip hop. You know, there was a time when New York had it, a time when Atlanta had the wave and their sound was dominant. There was a time when California had it. You know, the time when St. Louis had it. You know, there were these waves in music and hip hop. And he said that for the first time he can remember, there's not a wave. Don't know how people feel about that, but it sparked a big conversation online. Have we lost the wave? Is it over for the wave? Is there
Wave is
a
over.
wave right now that we don't know about? What is
No
happening?
wave. Wave is over. The wave is over. To me, the wave is over. It's like each city got their own wave, but there's no one wave that's taking over nothing no more. Like you said, there was waves back then. There's no waves no more. There's individual sectors of waves. The YN's got a wave. Certain people got waves, but it ain't no wave overall. Like it's taking over a sector. Like how when Death Row came, they tore it up. When Bad Boy came, they tore it. When Uptown Records came, with Jodeci and all, they tore it. Those waves. You know what I'm saying? Even as recently as my man YC, you know, with Lil Baby and them, and his whole thing with the Migos, that was a wave. That was a wave. But nah, there ain't no wave. The waves is over, my friend. It's individuality now. Build your own company, brick by brick. That's what I see.
So Sexy Drill is dead.
Yeah, sexy drills. It's still there. It's just different bodies that's gonna make it, bring it back and make it glorified. Who gonna make
That
sex?
shit is a rap worldwide, man. That shit is a rap
Well,
worldwide.
okay, so this is what I'm saying. So I'm asking everybody on the call, are we saying that there's no sound that we can say that's it right now? There's no vibe that we can say like
Correct.
we can't point to something that and be like,
So
that's that shit.
so
No,
here's the
because
thing.
a lot of the shit nowadays involves either killing or twerking on somebody's grandma. Nah, I don't care. Nah, I'm not interested.
But here's the thing too, CL. We made a big deal a couple months back about for the first time ever, hip hop ain't at the top of the charts and all this other stuff. Why do you think that is? Because there's no wave. That's the reason why there's no wave. So why all of a sudden we are surprised that there's no wave or somebody said it when you were just mad a couple months ago saying, hey, hip hop's not up here. It's like, what's going on? That's what it is. I mean, people are trying to, experiment and do different things and learn different things, but everything is kind of just in its own space. Somebody just asked what fourth graders are listening to. A lot of fourth graders are listening to damn K-pop and anime theme songs and soundtracks and stuff. Like, so, nah, there's not really a wave right this second. Does that mean it can't happen? Nah, it can still happen. It just, there isn't one right now.
So that leads into the games comment in which he was talking about Drake. And you know what? Big Red, go first, and then I'm gonna come to this thing because I don't want to go too far away from the topic. Go ahead, Big Red.
Okay, I was in the middle of cutting my hair and I heard this. But but look, the reason why we don't have a wave, y'all, is because like Nico was saying, and everything is hidden at the same time. You know what I mean? All the music is dropping at the same time, and technically there is a wave. It brewed back up, and that wave was Southern soul music. A lot of people weren't familiar with trail rides. People weren't familiar with what's going down in the South. So right now, it's really wrong. And the crazy thing is with hip hop, recently, last week, T.I. Let Them Know was one of the first songs, record that was certified gold. And a lot of people haven't been certified gold because of the saturation of music. You know what I'm saying? So T.I., big ups to him for that. For Let Them Know, for being certified gold last week for the month of April. You know what I mean? So, and I thought that's pretty dope. But like, as far as waves go, everything is going to come and go because everything is hidden. Everybody getting smacked in the face with new music every single day. If you
And let's just face the facts. Everybody was pretty much doing the same type of music for like the last 2 or 3 years. Everything was sounding the fucking same. There was no difference. There was no different content. There was no lyrical content. There was none of that. The shit was fucking whack. Let's face facts. Everybody was trying to sound like this. Somebody was trying to sound like the Baby. Somebody was trying to sound like Migos. Somebody was trying to sound like, it was just, and then it was just, it got boring. It's like it's supposed to elevate, and it never elevated. It just stayed stagnant and didn't go nowhere. And then now it's just dying down.
Yeah. Raymond.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and I dropped it in the chat. Music has become secondary to content right now. You know what I mean? I mean, think about what y'all doing. See, y'all doing the content carnival. You know what I mean? And it's great when you get somebody to perform out there, right? But let's be real, the artists are there to get the content. I did a festival at the end of last year with my homie, and he put it on himself, all full bread in, you know what I'm saying, all money in. He almost broke even, but he said getting that content from that festival was more important than the festival musically winning. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not gonna be able to use that to push it more and more. You know what I mean? But and this is where, like, we try not to get into ageism, I don't think. But we come from a generation of getting a feeling and a connection from the sound. New era is getting connection and feeling from visual. You know what I mean? From that 15-second little scroll. You know what I'm saying? So That's what I said. When we don't have a sound right now, or we don't have a vibe, or whatever the case may be, it's just, like I said, that phone has changed the game in so many different ways. And in a lot of ways, you think about this has been the evolution of streaming, because having access to all this music, blase blase. What's to separate one great artist from another? But it's the content, it's the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So again, when we talk social media, we talk the internet, but again, like I said, this is the evolution of streaming. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes next, because like Netflix is jumping in the music game, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you look at Netflix are even taking over the podcasting, you know what I mean? The pod rappers, you know what I mean? It's just, like I said, content has taken the place of any kind of like true sound right now.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. I was talking about what these meme houses are making a lot of money, and it is changing the game. And yeah, almost anybody can be a star, and it's the battle for our attention ultimately, man. And if hip hop's not creating more attention, then yeah, it's not gonna gain what it should. Um, Part of it is that. Part of it is that the quantity over the quality. We spoke about that before also. It's just so much music coming out. Not that it's great though. A lot of it's not great, and the great shit don't have no budget. And people are broke and starving. The condition of urban radio, people say, oh, I don't want radio. Radio still breaks records. Problem is that radio is barely surviving. So if you don't have a budget, it's not really going to cater to you. So you got that problem as well. There's a lot going on in the space.
I mean, just
man.
think about T-Pain, dog. T-Pain said he's made more on Twitch than he ever made his entire music career. Think about that. If that don't break it down for you for real right there. He's made more money in the Twitch space and doing what he's doing than he has. And T-Pain got hits. T-Pain got hits for days. You know what I'm saying? But to hear him say he's made more money in the Twitch space than he ever had in his music career is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, Shannon Sharp said I made more money, you know what I'm saying, with my deal on YouTube than I did playing football in one signing.
Wow.
I mean, and this is where, like I said, it has evolved into the idea of the views, right? So, I mean, think about even what Nico was talking about. He started his network, right? So it's probably going to be in the streaming space.
Yeah.
We fought it for a long time, but these views matter, man. These views is getting people paid. You know what I mean? So,
Crazy.
if it benefits you more to make creative content than actually a smash record, what you gonna do?
Yeah, you're gonna pay your bills and do it. No matter what you say, that's what you're
Well,
gonna do.
I mean, I literally just did a post about this yesterday where it comes down to what you want, what you love versus what can basically make money for you. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's right. Like I've been known and been told like, yo, the music game doesn't pay like that. The music game is always the comparison was to the casinos, and the music game is the slot machines. Your whole goal is to get into music and spin out into something else, not go from something else to spin into music because the money is not there. You know what I'm saying? But people do that. But yeah, man, it's you could still. That's another reason why the music isn't like that anymore because the love isn't there. You're talking about it's all for the views and all for this. It's all to get like a capture moment, a moment of virality or something like that. There are people that still love it, and you can tell the people that still love it because they put care and effort into it. But for most people, it's just, hey, how to flip this into $1 to flip something else into $1.
Yeah, man. Let's play a song. We're gonna come back. There's a lot again to talk about, man. It's just crazy world. The one thing I was gonna say about this streaming stuff and everything is that while it's also par for the course. So I'm saying that radio and all the other platforms, like I just don't understand why they're not overly diving into it if it's gonna help save the culture. Because it's just a shift of where the money goes, as well. Meanwhile, I'm still angry that I can't watch the NBA like I want to because Prime is taking everything. But that's a whole nother story. Check this out. Song's called If You Were My Boyfriend. Shout out to DJ Webstar. He's coming up here later on today. We got a really big New Music Wednesdays event coming up. Just so y'all know, I'm waiting for y'all to come whenever y'all in town. You already know it's on and popping. So today we have a dedication to the legends. We got Kid from Kid and Play, who was on our call a couple of weeks ago. We got Tretch from Naughty by Nature in the building, and it was just announced that well, before I say the name, DJ Webstar will be here, him and Brittany Taylor as well. And I think Raheem for the Furious Five. And it was just announced that the legend himself, Ice-T, will be in the building. So yeah, man, it's starting to get to people that we're doing something cool in the city. So we just waiting for y'all. And that's just what it is. All right. As we continue on, yeah, I'm mad at the NBA. If you don't know, NBA playoffs have started. Shout out to the Knicks and the Knicks Nation, hence my shirt. We will be trying to take this whole thing this year. But we got a little bit of a beef, man, because for the first time ever, the play-in playoffs are not going to be shown on local TVs. Yes, Knicks in 9, you already know. It's never over. And for the first time, so this rights ownership stuff of content. So you have Peacock and NBC over here. You got what you call it, Prime over here. You got Netflix over here. You got this one over there. And then, of course, our beloved local channels, ESPN, obviously. But the beloved local channels have no stake in our local teams anymore. And I am offended because I grew up on watching the Knicks on Channel 11, Channel 9. Shoot, man. Of course, it reached Channel 4 when it started to blow up a little bit. But you cannot watch, like the young Knicks fans, if you grew up and you don't got no damn Prime membership, you can't watch the Knicks in the playoffs. You can't watch the Spurs. You can't watch the Lakers in the playoffs. Shit, I just saw, the dopest game yesterday was with Charlotte. Charlotte is a place that needs their young local fans. And I think it's taken away from the game. So I'm going to open it up to that. Bionic, I know you're ready to say something because I'm pissed off. I ain't going to lie. I'm like, I can't watch the Knicks or I can't watch a local basketball game on regular TV no more. I got to have an app. It's killing the sport to me. It's killing it.
I mean, the thing about it is the sport is bigger than ever. Players are getting paid more than ever. And the fans are getting shitted on more than ever. And it's been discussed, like I saw something earlier where they were like, if you want to watch, I forget what sport it was. I don't know whether it was the NBA or the NFL. And they were like, if you have every streaming service that they do all their stuff on, it's going to essentially cost you $800 and something overall for the season. And they were like, it's funny that we were so hell bent on being mad at these cable companies for charging so much. And we were in such a rush to cut the cord and run to streaming services. Now streaming services are worse than the fucking cable services that we all abandoned. But it's one of those situations of it's going to have to take some kind of, it's going to have to take some kind of legal fight or battle to try to get people's rights back the fans back, because again, the diehards are footing those bills, but everybody's making so much money now. The little man is really, really getting screwed.
You're on mute,
You're on
CL.
mute. You're on mute. CL, you're on mute.
Yeah, and I unleashed a whole lot of shit. Now I'm like off the high horse. I don't got the energy no more. But go ahead, Quantum. I blew it. Pause.
No, old schools was up.
Oh, go ahead, old school. My bad.
Yeah, what's good? This is an old T-shirt.
I was gonna say, well, hold on. This guy trying
I
to
was gonna
flex
say
on us
sorry,
real.
sir. That don't say Chicago on it. My man.
Yo, your man trying to flex on us real quick. Yo, you wild. Go ahead. I know y'all are like the front runners. Y'all are top 3 to win this whole thing. Go ahead.
You're right about all this, the greed and underhandedness that they're using to. I mean, I got what, DirecTV, which is a big bill, and they play most of the games, but all the playoffs is going to be on Prime, and the play-in was on Prime, but I got Prime right now, but it's probably going to get canceled pretty soon. You know, the way the rates keep going up. You know, one of them streaming services, Netflix and all them, just too many of them, they start adding up. But if you look back, like when I was growing up, I was growing up back in the 80s, 70s, 80s. So I'm old, man. You know, my birthday was last week, 65 years old. So shit. When we was watching, man, they had tape delay. Sometimes you couldn't see a team until, the next day, or it was only on Saturdays, or it wasn't really all that often. And then it started getting better. That ESPN or ABC took over, NBC took over, and you could see the playoffs on NBC or on ABC, whoever had it for their little contract. But now you say everybody wants these $1 trillion contracts, and so we're the ones that suffer for it. And the only way to combat it is not to be a customer. And who's not going to be a customer? People love it too much that they're going to end up, breaking down and breaking out their little wallets. So that's how it's going.
Yeah, man. Quantum.
Now, just with that, I think that it's already, there's no stopping that. And I think when I kind of noticed it is just even here in Houston when certain playoff games would not be available, and this is we going back 10 years and a little bit more, to where if we had a playoff game, you would need it wouldn't be shown here in Houston. Like you would have to have cable to see it. So I think what they're doing is, because people already have these apps, that's the reason why these games have been picked up with these different apps, because they're looking at it more like, okay, well, we're going to go on and introduce it to the people that already have these apps. So that's just going to make everybody else come over and get the apps if they don't have them already. There's no way of stopping that. Like, when we talk about other stuff, this, even just earlier when we were talking about moving on, like this is just where it's all going. The apps, I've been saying this, and I hate to say this, like I hate to say like I've been saying this, but it's documented. I've been saying this since like 2007 that cable was going to be apps. Cable was going to be apps. Like there's people that like they were like, "Damn man, you was right." Like it's literally where it was going. It's cable. I was just surprised to hear Old School say he still has a direct TV cable bill. I honestly would look into how much that bill is and supplement it with apps that are going to play the same things, because it's really no point in having cable these days. I don't think I've had cable in almost over a decade. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, to your point, I mean, it's just, I think it's a
That's the only way I can get the Spurs games is to get, because if I did, I could have got what NBA.
Have it, man.
But you don't have to have that either.
League Pass is more expensive than the cable, man. It's
that's what I'm saying. You don't need League Pass like that. Even that is going to be phased out. Like all of the League Passes and all of that, because all of these games are on these apps. Like if you look up like where the game is shown, you just did a Google of where a game is being played at, you're gonna see the platforms that they're on. Like that League Pass stuff is all. Like I said, that's almost out of here too.
The Spurs games is on FanDuel Network, and FanDuel Network is only
Man, I've looked into it. FanDuel
What?
Network. There's only so many choices to get FanDuel Network, and that Direct TV to me was the
You,
cheapest.
you hear how crazy that sounds? I mean, we sitting over here talking on the side. I mean, yo, what could potentially end up happening? Because if a lot of kids and stuff can't get to these games, nothing changes for them. They just move on to something else. And you're gonna mess around, and other sports are gonna grow with something because if you can't watch what you want to watch, you know, if your dad's like, yo, I can't afford it. We ain't watching no football on Sunday, or we're not watching, the playoffs. Or we're not watching basketball. We ain't watching baseball. Other shit's gonna replace it, man. They
But
playing a
CL,
dangerous ass game.
They got some
you
weird
would
ass
think
games
that,
out there on ESPN too. The Omega Ball, that's gonna take over. Omega Ball.
but nah, but CL, you would think that, but also don't count out the power of exclusion. So if dad wants to watch it, or you know what I'm saying, if the kid wants to watch it, but he's like, oh, well, we ain't got the money for it, blah, blah, blah. But his friends at school are talking about the game. His friends at school are wearing the gear, or social media, Twitter or whatever they on, they talking about the game. Hey, did you see the game last night? Did you see this? Did you see that? That exclusion is going to force or play with their heads to the point that they're going to figure out a way to try to make it work.
And we also got to remember a lot of this is kind of predicated on are people watching like old school. He comes from we come from a generation of sitting down watching the game live. A lot of people are getting these games from highlights. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so when you talk about the younger generation, I think that's one of the reasons why it has moved from broadcast television, because they're forecasting it like, I mean, are the younger generation, is their attention span on sports first off, and then how long is it on sports? So if it's on this app where they can go back and play it, or if they can watch it live on this app that they're going to be more easily access to, I think that's more what this has to deal with. They're just forecasting where this was going from the past.
Yeah, man. Head rush. I know you got a heavy opinion.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that there is a better way. I mean, you probably don't want to do it, but it's up to you. Me personally, I have Peacock. If you have Comcast internet, Peacock is included in your bill, and you get Peacock streaming for free. And guess what you can do on Peacock? Watch sports. So if
They
you're
do get a
watching,
like. They do get a nice NBA games. They get a lot. Actually, all
they
sports.
get all sports. They get
Yeah.
football, they get basketball, they get soccer, they get hockey, and they get baseball. As of right now, they've got lineup for baseball tonight, live. The Angels versus the Knicks, live, 7 p.m. They got tennis tomorrow. Like, they have these platforms where y'all can actually watch these games live. It's just not at your fingertips like it used to be. I totally agree with everyone. They shouldn't have taken it out of the power of hands of local television. Unfortunately, I didn't quite understand what was going on a couple years ago, but one day I went to go watch a football game, and the Colts were playing the Jaguars, and the Colts game wasn't broadcasted here in Indianapolis. It was broadcasted down in Jacksonville. But on the flip side, I was able to get a football game. It was the Bears game. It's usually the other way around. You see what I'm saying? So I got a chance to watch the Bears game when I couldn't watch the Colts game. Not complaining about that, but it's kind of makes you scratch your head. It's like, wait a minute, how could the team that's locally dedicated to this city not get a broadcast on their game that's being played in Jacksonville, but the city next door can get a broadcast because they're still playing in the area. You know, they're playing a Midwest team. So I always thought that was weird. So, but just to land my plane, there's other ways around it. Of course, you got your jailbreak situations. Allegedly, you could use those to watch all the sports stuff live too. So there's options out there that you can get around that. But unfortunately, you have to go through those links to get it. But if you want to do it for free and try to get a little bit of, see whatever you can get out of it, bang for your buck, use Comcast for your internet. And if you already got it, hit them up and be like, yeah, I heard Comcast got Peacock for free. I need that on my system. Let's go. And you in there. That'll get you somewhere. I mean, that'll get you somewhere without spending $120 a month just to watch 3 games a week. You see what I'm saying? So, well, sorry,
Yeah.
old school. No Comcast in your area. That sucks.
No, y'all got Xfinity, man. That Comcast is
Xfinity, that's the
Xfinity.
same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, it's the
Comcast
same
Xfinity,
thing.
that's the same thing. So yeah, you got it. If you got Xfinity, you got it because go to your Xfinity app, and I'm on the app right now. You
I
go to
don't
your
even think we
Xfinity
got
app
that. We got
and go to
AT&T.
services.
Mike Lee, I see you ready to chime in.
Oh yeah, bro. Well, nah, bro. When it does not, then they start to stream college football games too, certain ones too. But yeah, I mean that Peacock should be popping. But bro, I mean it doesn't matter the value and the market of the cities. Like Dallas, every Cowboys game come on TV, except the one they show on Amazon. Amazon gets one Cowboys game, but every Cowboys game come on Channel 4 or Channel 5 prime time or like Channel 11.
Right. Well, a lot of people are using other options too. IPTV is on the rise and all types of illegal boxes. So that's the other part of being real about it. People will find a way. You know what I'm saying? They will find a way. So Big Red, you want to say something?
Nah. Another thing they do, now these sports bars be charging people to come $40, $50. You might go to Hooters,
What?
Knockouts, Twin Peaks. Yeah.
Yo, let me tell you something about that too. It's everywhere. It's just the greed. Capitalism is killing the country because even now, if I want to go, like I don't know how it is in everybody else's city, but if I want to go to Giants game and tailgate, right? They are charging me $60+ to just drive the car into the lot to cook, barbecue, and eat food that I paid for.
$60. Check this out. They charge $245 at Cowboy games, depending on what side of the damn stadium you parked on. Like most of them even go up to $500. So they either go tailgate.
What are you talking about? Hold on. What the fuck is going on in Dallas, in Arlington?
Look, you can't even park. So like one person got the tailgate spot, right? Your car can't go in. You gotta go pay parking for $60 somewhere else, and then turn around, walk to the parking lot where y'all are tailgating. So you still coming out, and like the people who got the tailgate spot, they charge people to come and eat and party like $65, $75.
The black tax is real. Shout out to old school. The black tax is real. That's crazy. All right,
But check this out real quick. Like what Dallas did, they partnered up with all the apps, right? So you can watch you could have watched every Dallas Maverick game on TV, regular television. So they went in and bought into Bally and got, I guess, a licensing from Bally to stream it on the air. So that's what they did in Dallas to make sure people watch all the Maverick games. So like you can watch it on a Maverick game on Channel 27, or except for when it comes on ABC for Sunday. So when you got the Sunday games and the ESPN games and the NBC games, them are the ones that we missed.
Crazy, man. Well, you know what? I ain't complaining, yo. I'm good. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's play some more music. We're probably gonna end a little early today. Give us some time to get set up. We got sort of a big day, but check this joint out.
DJ Bombo Clap, man.
Yeah, Brooklyn badness. Hey.
Got me on the beat, so it's a banger.
Look. Just touchdown in the yard. Celebration dance touchdown with the squad. This is not a local touchdown, we abroad. Let's rap about it though. Touchdown like the pod. Bank like TD touchdown with the card. Pick 6 to kick it touchdown with the broads. She on all fours touchdown like a quad. So I had to run it back touchdown 100 yards. Keep me in the end zone, not the friend zone. That'll get you gemstones on your skin tone. Fruity pebbles for the 10, not a Tim Dome. Ass make the bed rock like the Flintstones. Tricks of a kids and this money been grown. And that get under niggas' skin like an ingrown. Up on these niggas, you would think I sent drones. Where they try to cross, you would think I went chrome. Tryna get me on cam, pink fur, pink phone. Tryna dip with my jewels like I'm Jim Jones. We don't really book rooms, niggas rent homes. Put away that Sprint phone or get sent home. It's a secret society, all we access trust. Only niggas doing it to the max is us. Paper coming through like they was faxing us, so we gotta keep chopped like it's an axe with us. West Indies like it's say in a kicks. That's how we stepping through that 876. Cake very thick like a plate's never miss. Pussy tastes like rum punch, take every sip. Yo, I used to serve a J that was cool as LL. I was selling butter soft like a Pell Pell. I remember bag spot trips for 12-12s. Now I'm doing bad man shit in 12-12. First night drinking light, just chilling, drinking life. Then it's back to the villa where the teens link 'em nice. Tell 'em follow Porsche truck, hit the blinker lights. Next day, hit a next party, pink and white. Then we go tropical, heard it be poppin' too. Rain can't shut it down, Bob's unstoppable. My dog Anthony just sent the address. And Big Larry bringing Brooklyn badness. We only got room for another bad bitch. Girl, it's Easter Sunday, hopping like the rabbits. Shout out this leg, got the Rick on display. Know I had to come silky when I came to risque, ayy.
Come round, some boy I got put down. Now who want come test the champion sound? Some boy come round, some boy I got put down. Melanated mastermind, the power in my hands to make 100 bands without sacrificing my mans. I know who I am, I'm not putting on a dress. My nails not polished, that's Babylonian mess. Champion sound, none of them I want fit test. Them can't stop me, cause everything job bless. Come test me, come test me. Some boy come test me, come test me, come test me, come test me. Some boy come test me, now come test me. Now who want come test the champion sound? Some boy come round, some boy I got put down. Now who want come test the champion sound? Some boy come round, some boy I got put down. I get on the mic, spit some shit that they hate. Like free the whole world, don't care about getting paid. I be in the shed, bow my head when I pray. All glory go to God, I say it on my worst day. Double L, you gon' see me everywhere but jail. Firm like a tree, planting MCs is frail. Fighting wicked forces, I'm never tucking my tail. I ship that been righteous, you get it through the mail. Come test me, come test me. Some boy come test me, come test me, come test me, come test me. Some boy come test me, now come test me. Now who want come test the champion sound? Some boy come round, some boy I got put down. Now who want come test the champion sound? Some boy come round, some boy I got put down. I got mad bars, you could call me Boost Mobile. I'm getting service out of state, no I'm not local. Customized bifocal on my third eye. You gon' learn why, get them high when my words fly. I don't rock Gucci, Marcus Garvey on my jacket. I be talking black power and my pants sagging. You could be yourself, it's all about how you swag it. Up the vibration, God, not your tax bracket. Come test me, come test me. Some boy come test me, come test me, come test me, come test me. Some boy come test me, now come test me. Now who want come test the champion sound? Some boy come round, some boy I got put down. Now who want come test the champion sound? Some boy come round, some boy I got put down. Come test me, and I come test me. Come test me, and I come test me. Come test me, and I come test me. Come test me, and I come test me.
All right, new music, you already know. Some of these joints we played on that new music daily playlist. If you haven't checked it out yet, we really haven't even made a real playlist yet, so it's not on like Apple Music or Spotify, nothing. But yeah, Lonnie Light, that's the name of the artist. Check him out. He's making hits. Well, I like that record. And
You like
new
the
artists.
record because it's Dolly, my baby. Like, you
Yeah, I
can't go
mean, it ain't
wrong.
hard to
Like,
it ain't
all you
hard to
got to do
tell.
is not fuck it up. That's all you
That's
got to
it.
do.
That's it. That simple. And he came. I'll tell you what happened was he came last week and he performed that record. And he gave us so much energy, yo. Everybody was they lost it over the record. And nobody ever heard it before. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a forward this week and play it. So that's
I
what
mean, I'm
happened.
not mad at it. But you know, that conversation we had earlier this week where I was like, a lot of these cats are coming out with these hot ass records over old ass beats. And it's like, what do you sound like on your own beat selection? What, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that record is cool, but my ears are tuned into that record because of the beat, because it's Dolly, my baby. Like, that's my shit. So I'm like, oh, yeah, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for Mary J. Blige to be singing in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready for something crazy to come in on that. But at the same time, it's like, all right, what's the next record sound like? Who are you? You know what I'm saying? And to answer your question, to go back to that conversation we had about waves, is this wave just old shit, nostalgia, building off of nostalgia and trying to build off of that? But then where do you go from there? If that's what we know you for?
Man. All right. In the words of Tariq, he said, Diddy did it. Take a hit, make a hit. Is it the wave? I don't know. I don't know. I can't say it's the wave.
Hip hop was built off samples of old joints from the 70s, like disco music. So if you can look at the disco music that was used, that was real popular back then, it's the same thing. Now look what year we in. We're in what, 2026? So people are gonna grab stuff from 2000 and 2010s, you know, even 90, anything. They're gonna grab that music, man, and mix it in because it's fair use. You know, if you can get it here, you know, it's in
But
fair.
that ain't the issue though. Like, the issue is okay, sampling. Like, everybody loves to use that point. Hip hop was based off of sampling. Yes, it was. But when you sample, you adding to. Like, yeah, there was a couple cats that just flipped a loop, but a lot of it you added to. You played behind, you played around. These dudes is literally like, oh, let me get this instrumental. This is mixtape music. When we played that record with the TI 24's beat, that was the beat. It wasn't sampled. It was the actual beat. This right here is the actual beat. It's not sampling it.
It's not.
You know, like there was a record that, and this is probably like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Them girls that had that Bad Boy for Life record, and they sampled the Bad Boys for Life joint. But that song had a pre-hook where they flipped it. And I was like, okay, I could get with that. It's not just a bump, dump, bump, dump, dump, dump. They had a pre-hook for it that was musical. It's like, okay, cool. That's how you do it. That's sampling. These dudes is just straight grabbing tracks and doing mixtapes. 50 Cent Jacket for Beats, mixtape records.
Yes. That's what it. Listen, it's never gonna go away like that. It's never. Now, quality versus quantity, the ones that take the extra step to do it right will go further. But we're in a microwave time, man. We just talked about streaming. We just talked about like streaming. People don't even care anymore. I saw a post that was talking about people who are homeless and how they're monetizing with no talent, without anything. People are just chasing whatever. So I hear your anger, but I don't know that there's much you could do about it. What would you like to see happen?
I want to see people develop. Like, I want to see people develop. It's that simple. Like, you know, I used to say, and old school can really dig his teeth into this one. When we were growing up, look at what we watched. We watched a bunch of different cartoons, right? And all the cartoons that we watched had various styles of music that gave us a certain appreciation for music. Merry Melodies had a lot of classical music. It had opera in it. You know what I'm saying? Tom and Jerry had jazz. We were exposed to those genres of music at an early age, even though we may not have realized it, and even though we might not have stuck with it, we heard it. Nowadays, everything is catered towards the hip hop genre, the pop genre. You know what I'm saying? Occasional rock song here and there. So these kids that are now the future of music are not, they don't have an appreciation for grander styles. Therefore, this is what we wind up getting. I want to see the development of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want to see more like church musicians. We know how church musicians get down. You know what I'm saying? But they're not the only style of musicians in the game. But I was watching something about this white dude talking about we had a rock band, but because we were teenagers and we were too young to play at clubs, the only gig we could get was at a church. So we wound up turning into a church rock band. That seems to be the only place where musicians are.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Well, and that's outside of our Black culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know it happens in our culture. But then the fucked up thing is the church is so janky sometimes that if you're a keyboard player and you go out and play for this neo soul R&B artist at the club, they looking at you sideways and want to daggone say, nah, your services are no longer needed here. Right. But that's where our musicians are. And so essentially it's like, I just want people to develop, learn some scales. Like you ain't got to be a virtuoso, but shit, fucking Flavor Flav can play. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Shock G could play. We not seeing that from these kids now. So when we see a Leon Thomas, that man is like, he blows people's minds. And Leon Thomas is amazing. I'm not trying to belittle him in no means, shape, form, or fashion. But it blows people's minds because ain't nobody else out here playing guitar. You see Thundercat. We know Thundercat is nasty. Thundercat's album is incredible. But we're not seeing no real musicians out here outside of church. And let's be real, how many folk is out here really bumping gospel music to hear these musicians and to hear these artists? Head Rush sent me a gospel playlist yesterday. Ironically, as I was listening to gospel music. But we so quick to be like, yo, we need more of this and more of this and more of this. And when we have that in the palm of our hand, we don't support it. We don't play it. I was telling somebody, like I said, I went to go see Snarky Puppy last week. Oh, I don't know who that is. How you don't know who Snarky Puppy is? We've talked about Moonchild on this call many a times. They were here last week. You know what I'm saying? We talk about all this stuff like, yo, you could be sampling these artists. But if you don't listen to them, you don't know.
All right. That was a good bionic event. Well deserved. All right, let's play some more music. Excited to hear this one. Shout to Head Rush. Let's listen to this. Here we go. The song is called Be Mine, submitted by DJ Swerve. And the song before that, I'll let Head Rush talk about. Go ahead, my brother.
There's El Mean off his new album called Sounds for Someone. The name of the song.
Hold on. You said his name all messed up. I think you a little in the Matrix. You gotta say it again.
Man, you play too much. El Mean is his name.
There you go. Okay. I want to make sure.
And that's on the song.
Okay.
Yep, every time. Quantum gonna come for me in the comments. I'm just waiting on it to pop up.
But you didn't say who's it featuring.
Oh yeah, featuring Raphael Sadiq. I put it in the chat too. That
Oh,
was
okay.
definitely featuring Raphael Sadiq, also lead singer from Tony. That's on his new album called Sounds for Someone. And yeah, Buddy is killing it right now. Like he got crazy vibes, and that's one of my favorite songs on the album. It's called Light by the Window. So yeah, that's that one. Yeah, got
Good
another
music.
one in the pocket too. I heard
Yeah,
y'all
yeah.
talking
We
about gospel
we just
music
gonna
too. I was like, oh,
we gonna throw some joints. We gonna throw some. We just gonna start playing some music because why not? What the heck? It's one of those laid back weeks or whatever. Last week was a movie, man. We had a lot going on. You know what I mean? So I mean, we get those crazy weeks sometimes. I was hoping we'd get a back to back one. It's
Hey
hard to
man,
get artists, y'all.
you
It's
can't
hard
hit
to
a
get
home
them.
run. You can't hit a home run every time at the plate, man.
This is you know what? This is a fact because
You know what I'm saying? Like you could try, but I mean, just do what you do. Batting averages ain't in the high percentages, bro.
yeah,
Shout out to
man.
everybody that was on the Snoop Dogg Zoom right after the Digiwaxx joint.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to that, Joe. And shout out to Snoop bigging up the call, man. Really bigging up the coalition DJs. I thought that was awesome. You know what I mean? He picked up his phone and really showed everybody, yo, this is what we do. This is what you need to do. That was fire, man. You know what I mean? So shout out to him for that because everybody doesn't reciprocate the love. You know, at least the way we want it. So I thought that was amazing. Record Store Day is coming. I believe it's Saturday. Record Store Day is coming. Shout out to all of my record collectors, all of my original DJs. I think it's Saturday. You have VP Records does their big record day event at the VP Records store. It's in the middle of the heart of Jamaica. You know, Jamaica Center. And
No doubt.
that's going to be a movie. That's always a movie. So if you're in New York for that, you have time, get down to Jamaica Ave. You know, C Stars will tell you it's going to be a movie over there.
Yo, listen. Shout out to, like if you ever in Atlanta, you know Gene Brown is that dude. So Gene Brown has a pop-up record shop every week at my event. So if you're ever in Atlanta, he's doing a pop-up all week at different record stores. So, and if you don't know who Gene Brown is the guy that Jazzy Jeff and a lot of big DJs get their records from and they samples from.
and if you in the Indianapolis area, they doing record day on the 18th. There's a spot called Square Cat Vinyl out in Fountain Square area. That's where a lot of the music, a lot of hip hop scene is gets their ability to showcase. So yeah, if you're looking for that in the Indianapolis area, hit down to Square Cat Vinyl. And if you're looking for like certain records, hit the website up because they might have something that you ain't gonna find. They definitely got some gems in there. Oh
I
yeah,
love
that's
it,
Square
man.
Cat Vinyl with a C.
I love it. Anybody else got record days coming up in their city? Please share. Anybody else got record day or spots to go to for record day in their city? Please open up and share because I'm a big proponent of that. Shout out to the wax, vinyl, CDs, cassette tapes, VHSs, DATs,
Hey,
8 tracks.
Quantum, J Dilla Donuts, $31.99.
You said the J Dilla Donuts is $31.99.
Mm-hmm. Square Cat Vinyl.
Wow.
So I mean for me it's cool, but like I mean I was there in 06, so it doesn't. I'm not a big proponent. Like I understand why a lot of those records and like they do that. Like I think it's good that they re-release a lot of this stuff. I like having the originals though. Like I just even when what's that group? Because I get emails from them. I can't think of it now. I'm seeing it in the email. But you know, there'll be a lot of like re-releases and they'll put like extra tracks on it and you know, do it up. And I think that's cool, but man, when you just come across like the originals, and like let's say you didn't get it when it first came out, but you came across it at like the most oddest place. A couple years ago, I was in Peoria, Illinois, and I remember coming up on a record store. It was in a college town. Well, Peoria is a college town, but it was next to this college. And I remember finding this group called Who Riders, and it was a promo clean, and I paid $6 for that. To me, that type of shit is priceless. Because for one, you're not gonna find a Who Riders anything anywhere. But to find that in the most like unusual place, that's what I like. You know what I'm saying? Like that means more to me than the re-releases. But you know, a shout out to the re-release because they bring a lot of younger folks in. Last time I was we got Cactus down here, which if you ever come down to Trillburger, it's right across the street, Cactus Music. And there's a lot of younger people getting into vinyl, whether it's a fad or I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of young people that you will see at these record stores. And that change happened. I saw that change noticeably within a year and a half.
Yeah. Well, I bought my daughter Lauryn Hill's Miseducation of Lauryn Hill vinyl for her birthday a couple years ago, and she's just been on it ever since. So, you know, sometimes it's something that they get into. Like I said, Square Cat Vinyl is a place where a lot of young folks go down, and that's how they get into the vinyl because they got friends that's in that space. You know what I'm saying? But for my daughter, she got in that space because of me. You know, Miseducation, Lauryn Hill's great album that I played a lot while they were growing up. So when I found that she, you know, X Factor was her favorite song, I figured it was only right for me to gift her that vinyl. Unfortunately, it wasn't the original. I bought it from Guitar Center. But while we're speaking about originals, there's really no way to tell what's original on a website. Am I correct? Because the only way you can tell is by the copyright stamp.
Right? Yeah, I mean, so you have to get the vinyl. So there's a way you can tell by
because I know they got those codes on the vinyls, but
you go by the codes. Like the what was that? It was probably about a couple months ago. There's a group called Cenobites. It was cat Cool Keith and Godfather Don. They put out an album on Fondulum. Now Fondulum was by this cat Bobbito from Stretch and Bobbito's show. He used to have a label called Fondulum Records. Fondulum Records put out limited vinyl because for one, they didn't have a lot of money, right? So if you find somebody with like an MF Doom, Operation Doomsday, and that shit says Fondulum, like you're sitting on a diamond because there's not a lot of those. Like I have a Fondulum release of MF Doom's Operation Doomsday, but it's a CD. That even is still like a gem. But the Cenobites release, my homeboy was like, man, I found the Cenobites release at this record store. And I was like, is it the original? Blah, blah, blah. Because I was like, man, I think I got a copy of it. So I went and I found I had my copy. And then we were looking on Discogs. And he did have a older release. And I thought I had the original. But on the Discogs, you can see the actual code. And I had the second release that came out in like 97. Okay. So you got to look at, so if you're on a website, I think the best place to go is to go to Discogs where they'll have all versions from the original to the re-releases to see if in fact, and the thing is, a lot of those records like a Lauryn Hill, like if you got that shit like packaged up, it's going to more than likely be a re-release. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because most of the originals are going to be, they're going to have some wear to it. You know what I'm saying? Depending on, you know, whoever kept it up. But I mean, my thing is, again, it helps, the re-releases help with the kids because they, even outside of your daughter, I think a lot of these kids are just so used to streaming that like once they see these physical pieces, it's like art to them. It's like an art piece. Yeah, I mean, even for me, like I didn't grow up buying vinyl. I got into that more when I was able to get, you know, a turntable later on. So I missed a lot of shit, but that's why I like finding like the original shit. Like if I come up on some original shit, that it just means a lot more to me. But for the kids, I mean, that that draws them in.
Right. While you looking at it, look on their record scanner too. That's another site that you can find value on them.
You said record scanner?
Yeah, record scanner.
Yeah. Okay.
And quantum, it keeps the kids in the motherfucking house. Ain't no portable motherfucking vinyl player for them to be out in the street doing no bullshit.
Shit, them niggas be in the house anyway. Ain't these kids ain't getting outside?
Hey, but one thing with the reason why a lot of kids are getting into vinyl is because just now, collective properties is a big thing now. They realize that if you wind up, it's like finding rare Pokemon cards now. You know, when you're dealing with
right.
So you happen to sit on that one, and like CL was saying, like Whatnot, it's people that are selling originals, auction them off. And sometimes them auctions get pretty pricey. The album probably was, in store like $12, but all of a sudden he'll say bid starting off at $2, and then boom, he sold the album for $100. So on Whatnot, a lot of you can get vinyl off of Whatnot, original vinyl copies, but you might be playing more than what you want to spend on them. It's best to go like, even here we got Vinyl Day here too on the 18th. So a lot of the record stores, CD Warehouse, and a lot of the mom and pops are participating in it too as well here in Dallas. But yeah, it's again, it's a collective property these kids won't be able to have ownership of, man.
But I mean, collective property never, like in our era, it was baseball cards, basketball cards, garbage for kids. You know what I'm saying? Like next generation, it was Pokemon cards. You got Magic the Gathering. You know what I'm saying? Like collective properties has never stopped. It's not new. It's just
dang on Digimon.
What is the next collective property? Like Legos is starting to be a collective property now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like you said, like you got to have it and you got to keep it, and then see if it appreciates. You know what I'm saying?
Beanie Babies at McDonald's and people were fighting over Beanie Babies.
Right. Shoot. What's them little ugly little things that just went
the
past?
little troll looking things.
No, not the trolls. The joint that Naomi Osaka had. Them joints.
Oh man, my buddy just left. I can't remember the name of it.
Like
Those little things with the jagged teeth.
Yeah, like those joints. But now their era has gone, and now it's on to something else. But the thing about it is, 10 years from now, if they keep them joints in good condition, it may come back around. It may not. So collectible joints.
That's what they call.
Yeah. Like, so, that collective property is always going to be a thing. And then on top of that, it's when you talk about auctions and stuff like that, it's based on the value of who finds value in it. You know what I'm saying? That's the art world as a collective whole anyway. This piece could have initially sold for $100, but because I see value in it, I want it for my home, I'm gonna spend $500 on it. And this person may, see more value in it and then mess around and the artist done passed away, or the artist did this over here, and that's the person that did XYZ. Basquiat wasn't popular when he was alive. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like that's how all of this stuff really works. Like I do Legos, but I do like specific joints. I don't get like everything that comes out. I'm very particular on what I get. But like
you don't know nothing about no Legos.
There's a couple of joints that I done paid for, that I done spent a little bit more than I should have spent on them because I really wanted them. You know what I'm saying? Like the TIE Fighter helmet.
Legos.
The TIE Fighter Lego helmet. The TIE Fighter Lego helmet, that joint is discontinued. When it initially came out, it was $50-$60.
Wow.
Our Legos were projectiles, sir.
Our
Legos were projectiles.
Yeah. Well, listen, real quick. I do want to play a song because it's running late. and Mike wanted me to play the song. Not to cut anybody off, but I do want to do that and come back because it's a very interesting topic. But check this record out real quick, and we'll be right back.
I just like the sound of it. Right here, yeah. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be right here with my soul. I'll be illuminate light, take over. I'll be stay loyal, stay loyal. I promise, I promise, I promise. I'll be right here with my soul. Just illuminate light, take over. Get this shit right, stay loyal. I promise, I'm right here. Smoking on Doja. Smoking on Doja. I'll be right here with my soul. Illuminate light, take over. Get this shit right, stay loyal. I promise I'm right here. Smoking like Doja. Smoking like Doja. I be with that put on. Tell you situations, I don't leave them alone. I get the money and I take it home. I'm right here. I'm right here. Tell you what it is I'm to put on. Baby, you should know, never alone. Team, if I take it away, love. Tell you what it is and I stay. Yeah, whatever makes the day pay. You love me, my aura never change. I see what you say, love. Take time and think over. Memories I tell you made me to a soldier. I would never go back, I attract the good. Illuminated while I'm puffing on the wood. I just wanna be something like you could be here with me on the mic. We could be superstars, baby. Here we are together, stormy weathers. I see you could be on my team. I believe you've been down for me and I will never. I'll be right here with my soul. Just illuminate light, take over. Get this shit right, stay loyal. I promise I'm right here. Smoking on Doja. Smoking on Doja. Illuminate light, take over. Get this shit right, stay loyal. I promise I'm right here. Smoking like Doja. Smoking like Doja. It's been natural since day one. You always been here for me when it wasn't fun. Say what it is, and you're the one. Sleep over, rub my hair to me. I get out here on my own and I do it. Like the backyard, I've been out here, nigga, through it. I don't need no arm on my ready crease. Banging 40 while we selling dope on the back streets. She's so divine, equal, so don't waste your time, cause she when I get that dough, these niggas know. Ain't no slowing that. I take all control. Tell them that I know the struggle. If you never knew, nigga, you need on my level. So she ain't never going nowhere, it's on track. So baby, rewind it back. Say, I'll be right here with my soul. Just illuminate light, take over. Get this shit right, stay loyal. I promise I'm right here. Smoking on Doja. Smoking on Doja. I'll be right here with my soul. Illuminate light, take over. Get this shit right, stay loyal. I promise I'm right here. Smoking like Doja. Smoking like Doja. Smoking like Doja. I just like the sound of it.
New Music Wednesdays. We're back. Shout out to all of the new music we got. That last record, Head Rush, come to the front of the congregation. I will tell everybody about that. And then Mike Lee, you take over from there.
Yes, sir. So that song right there was called "Bars Are Back" by Column D. That's what's been on my playlist for about a year now. Like everything dude has dropped and it's continued to drop. I've been in tune with, and it's like I actually, all right, let's let y'all know a secret. I've been sending this song over since like February, but I kept sending links. You know what I said? You know what? Forget links. I'm just gonna buy the song. So that's what I've been on lately, y'all. If it's something that y'all can't find on the record pool, just buy it and then send it over to Swerve. Maybe he can create the DJ pack and go from there. That's how we gonna have to break records these days. Because a lot of those artists that do their gospel music, they're not gonna sing y'all nothing. So you know just buy it, make a DJ pack out of it, blow it up yourself. But yeah, that's call him B, all one word, and the name of the song is Bars Are Back. And I highly recommend y'all go check it out. I sent it to Big Red, I sent it to Bionic, Ray, like check him out. Check it out. Yeah, that's it right there. So yeah, get some new flavor in your ear, you know.
There you
As
go.
they say, put
Okay,
medicine
good.
in the candy.
We'll put it up on Digiwaxx for them if they want it.
Yes, sir.
Support. Now get the artwork. That's what's up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
and where's he from, by the way?
He's actually from Tennessee.
Okay, shout out to everybody. Yo, everybody's rapping. That's
He's from
good. That's
Tennessee.
great. Okay, dope.
Yeah, yeah.
Mike Lee, man, what's going on with you, bro? You throwing
Yeah,
joints?
yeah, we're just working okay. Yeah, the first record is Drill Dream. That's an R&B chick from Oakland, California. So man, she sent me a whole album. I'm just picking various records of her to kind of throw out there. Then to the other artist, that's Troy Marshall's artist, the Baby D. So she like sent me that. So I listened to it. I'm like, yeah, I mean I mean, if people don't understand the concept of a record, like understand the concept. What you talking about 30, when you talk about 30 pieces, I mean, it's like a 30-inch weave, but long sewing that the chicks wear. So many people kind of follow it. So she kind of made the song based on something simple that chicks like. Shit, all these chicks wear 15, 20, 40-inch fucking wigs now.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the real Miss Baby D. Um, like you said, Troy Marshall's the artist. She got
Yeah,
another
no,
record
so
I like too.
yeah, like yeah, she just dropped a mixtape with DJ Scream like last week.
Right. On the hustle. That's what's up.
Yeah.
With the bold pussies. Oh my God. I didn't write that. I
Yeah.
just said that. Old Scooby going off in the chat. That's all I gotta say about that. That's what's up. That's what's up. A couple other things before we close it out. D12 new album is coming. It's been announced with verses from
Theo,
Proof.
check your email real quick. My bad.
Okay. With verses
I
from
got one
Proof.
for you.
Okay, well that we play. Verses from Proof on that new album. Sexy Red is dropping a new album tonight, apparently. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh
World's
yeah, cause it's all produced by Tay Keith. Then I'm gonna have the Zaytoven track when they go back and label it and put the tags on it, cause they didn't have the tags on it. That's why he didn't send it to me.
I already downloaded that Sexy Red album. I ain't listened to it, but I thought
It's
that was
already
Sexy
out.
Red that was playing. That wasn't Sexy
It's
Red
already
that was
out.
playing?
Nah.
Yeah, it's already out. I already downloaded it, but I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm shocked that Old School downloaded the Sexy Red album early.
Right.
I would have thought you would have been the first person to be like, man, I don't listen to that mess. Back in my day, we were talking about the
Like
No,
Earth.
man.
This supposed to be Earth. We're in a different meta. We're in a different universe because this is like Earth
I've
number
never been that back in my
2138.
day type of person, man. I always look for the newest shit, man. All my life, man. I mean, it's like food, man. You don't want to eat the same shit over and over and over again. I mean, even if it's your favorite food, you don't want to eat it.
Yeah, we're totally in another world because it's the same man that said you got to sit with a record, and now he's saying I need new shit all the time. Like
No, no.
DJ.
See, so you're misconstruing the whole thing, though. See, because you can do both. You can say. I mean, I can still have a favorite food. I just don't have to eat it every day. I mean, if I like macaroni and cheese, I ain't gonna eat it every day, but I might eat it once every 2 months, and I'm gonna love it each time I eat it. And that's
But in the
how music
context,
is.
but literally in the context that you said it, it was the same week where I asked about this record over this record, and it was like I didn't get to that record because I had to sit with this record, and I was making my opinion based off the first listen of both records, not sitting with anything. So I didn't misconstrue it. You miscommunicated what you meant. But at the same time, those circumstances don't evaluate or don't back up what you just said.
Well, listen,
You just like to
I'm
argue.
shocked that Old School also downloaded the album early. I am very shocked. Shout out to Old School though, because the album's out apparently. So Old School, if you can share a link or something, that'd be nice. You know what I mean? We might play a song in here tonight. So that's just that. All right. Yeah, so that's what's coming out new. I know you got some other records dropping this week, but all good. J. Cole started his basketball career over in China, and it has already come to an end. His stint has been cut short due to visa issues. Don't know if it has something to do with America and China relations, but he's no longer playing in the league that quick. So, sorry, J. Cole.
But traded for 3 games anyway. Like
Huh?
the initial contract was a 3-game contract anyway. So it's not like, he was, gonna finish out the entire season or anything like that anyway.
I mean, I think he could have kept going, but
No, I agree. Like, when he played in Africa, he did all right.
That's what I'm saying. Pro ball. I wanted to see J. Cole ball over there in China. I just wanted to see a couple. I just want to see it. You know what I mean? So that's what that is. It's over for him. He's back to the studio. It's a wrap. Lamar Odom has dropped the documentary. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but it's been the talk of the town. People talking about how good it is. I haven't seen it, but something to watch. Apparently, there's a lot going on with Lamar Odom, and it's a very interesting diary. And
yeah, my man had like 6 heart attacks in one stint while he was in the hospital. He had
From
like
dealing with
6
the
heart
white
attacks
women.
and 2 strokes messing with them drugs.
White women will do that to you.
Well, there we see. Go ahead, CL. Bionic just opened a can of
Oh
worms.
shit!
My bad, not white women, Kardashians.
Okay, that's a little bit better, I guess.
This guy was dangerous. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. I haven't checked it out, but I heard it was good. The last couple of things are rest in peace, Africa Bambaataa. I know it's a taboo subject, but he still is a contributor to the culture. I'm not the supporter, but I will say rest in peace.
I'm
Did
going to say
contribute to the
this.
culture.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it once and for all. Y'all stop mixing this nigga, what he did in his personal life and what he contributed to hip-hop. At the end of the day, he is the forefather of the shit that we're doing right now. If it wasn't for him and the other forefathers, we would not be doing this shit. I don't give a fuck about what he did in his personal life. It's just like R. Kelly. You can't mix the two. Robert did the piss and R. Kelly did the music. I guarantee you this much. If I come in the club and DJ and I play Step in the Name of Love, you motherfuckers will be dancing and two-stepping and all that shit. So stop mixing the two. Don't give a fuck what he did with his personal life. The fact of the matter is he is the forefather of this shit. We would not be doing this shit if it wasn't for one of him. Plain and simple. I don't give a fuck about none of that personal shit. None of it. He is the forefather of hip hop. The shit that we're in, the shit that they fought to get us in. There's nothing else needs to be said about that. Plain and simple.
And
if you got a problem with it, go fuck yourself in the corner.
You heard what C-Style said. Oh, argue with your mama, not with him.
Bionic, I feel like you got a retort for that or something.
I mean, I ain't got my hand up, but I mean, at the end of the day,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You actually, I'm sorry. You You
Hold
actually
on.
do have your hand up. I'm just correcting you.
That was
So
from before, but I don't disagree with him. But I also understand that, when you make the comparison to R. Kelly, it's like you say, oh, personal and artist, but the personal experiences were written by or written. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of the R. Kelly music was probably inspired by those personal experiences. That's a very sticky subject. You know what I'm saying? Now with Africa Bambaataa, not so much. When he was in his creation space, I don't think he was doing that stuff that people are condemning him for. I think all that stuff came after the fact. He done already did everything, all his contributions. Then he moved on, started, doing whatever he was doing. And that's that. So those actually can be separate. So I'm with him on that aspect, but just not all the way in on that.
Man, y'all cut that shit out, man. At the end of the day, he is the forefather. We gotta pay homage to niggas like him. Because if it wasn't for niggas like him, none of us would be in the position that we're in to call ourselves a fucking DJ for that matter.
Yeah, but that's
Plain
the
and
reason why I
simple.
started DJing. Really,
Plain
Africa
and simple.
Bambaataa was one of the main ones that inspired me with his type of music and I mean, we were just playing that kind of music back then, man. It was just flooding. DJs was just doing that, up tempo. It wasn't freestyle. It's called freestyle now, but it wasn't freestyle when it was first coming out. We wasn't calling that shit no freestyle. But anyway, Africa Bambaataa was, like you say, the forefather that brought out all them beats and the hip hop and the culture and
Zulu Nation. Shit, you can't front on Zulu. It's Zulu Nation, Bronx River. So I mean, his personal life, I no way I can't condone any of that, but he
I
did
wasn't following
contribute
his
to the
personal
culture.
life anyway. Everybody got their own personal life. Everybody got their own closet.
Yeah, but some
Everybody
is more
got their
crazy.
cobwebs. Some people are worse than others, but that's their business.
Hey, brother. Hey.
One thing
I
feel like
the whole world be a better place if everybody mind their own business. That's what I say.
As long as they get to parade Elvis around like he's still a king or something, we like C-Style say, let's let it go. Because we the first group of people to hang our own people instead of championing for the good they did. We first people to hang them and forget about them, wash them out to dry because of skeletons they got in the closet. Like we do it to ourselves every
And you
time.
wait till they die for all this shit to come out too.
We
I
wait
ain't
till they
even
die
heard
to
nothing
condemn
about this
him. How
until
you
he
gonna
died.
condemn somebody that ain't here to defend themselves? I mean, they were doing it before he died, but dude wasn't giving that he wasn't giving it he wasn't even thinking about it. It's like, all right, whatever you got, you say what you say. He got older and just passed away. It's like, all right, he's gone. Let
He's
that
gone,
story
and then
die
they
with
want to
him.
bring back skeletons instead of
Yeah.
just burying them.
So right. So why is it that when it comes to our troubadours or whatever the fuck you want to call them, when it comes to our people, it's quick for us to just throw them out the window. Oh, they dead. Oh, you was a piece of crap because you did this. But on the flip side, like I said, you got all these other folks, rock and roll historians. They got skeletons too, and they get championed in their community.
There you go.
Go
Well,
ahead, see my bad. You talking?
that right there is partially because look at it from quote unquote politics. Democrats allegedly got more, like try to hold each other in a higher regard than Republicans do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's right, but white people don't really be giving a fuck. Like some shit happened, they just brush it off. You know what I'm saying? We see that with this Epstein file shit. We see that with all the shit that Trump is doing, all the shit Trump is saying. That like Trump made the post on Easter and he deleted that, but he still left up the Obama monkey shit. You know what I'm saying? Like them motherfuckers don't care. Us, we try to hold people in a higher regard and try to hold ourselves to a higher standard. And I'm not necessarily mad at that, but it does kind of also look like a crab in a bucket mentality when it's like, no, we're just trying to hold a higher standard. And just because they don't do it doesn't mean that it's right. That shit's fucked up too. They need to be doing it. but they won't because they don't care. So which one is right?
Yeah,
Some immoral motherfuckers.
yeah, very immoral. You like for real? I mean, but that's their life. That's a lot of their lifestyle, though. That's what
Right.
they do.
And I've been said being having morals will keep you broke. You know what I'm saying? But
You telling the truth about that? Because I'm a broke mother. No, let me shut
you know what I'm saying? Having
up.
morals will keep you broke, bro. So again, it's like I totally understand and I'm with you, but that's that unfortunately that's the way it is. Like, yeah, well, they don't do this, they don't do that. Because they also don't wash their legs. They also share toothbrushes. They also don't use
That's
washcloths.
nasty. That's
Okay.
that's nasty.
You had me at having morals make you broke. Other than that, you went off the rail.
Darn toothbrushes.
Well,
Had me
there
at
is kind of well, to be fair, CL, there is kind of a
Yeah,
running
it's
joke
nasty
that
like
kind of
that.
reality
crazy.
that those folks from the other side of the track don't use face towels. Like they just bar soap it up and then just jump in and out. Wait a minute, you ain't gonna put a towel on you? Not
But
at
what
all.
I'm saying is, and like I said, these are the same people that it's like, but they don't. And it's like, yeah, they don't. All the other shit they don't do. And we're like, we hold ourselves to a different standard, bruh.
Also, just to be clear, that what you all are seeing in terms of the reaction to Bam was happening 10 years ago, when these allegations were coming about. So it's, well, I guess more importantly, I guess more for me. Hey, Mike Lee, make sure you on mute too, man, because we hearing everything. More importantly, a lot of this stuff is like you are hearing, like, people have a short attention span, and it's like I'm seeing people posting interviews from certain folks that happened 10 years ago and people are sharing it like it happened yesterday. And it's like that happened a while back. And so it just elevates everything and just makes whatever is happening 10 times worse than what it is. So,
Hassan Campbell's post wasn't 10 years ago. That was the day of. And I understand he's got reason to feel the way he feels, but shoot, bro.
no, but there was the whole KRS thing. And that
Right,
happened 10
okay.
years. KRS was like literally the first cancellation, the online cancellation of people taking things out of context and for their own reasons, not liking the person, add clickbait headlines that are not describing what was being said. Like, so a lot of that shit is resurfacing right now, and people are sharing that shit like it's brand new. You know what I'm saying? And so that's, to me, what kind of pisses me off about a lot of these situations. Like I said, people having short attention spans. We've already went through this like 10 years ago. And so now somebody was saying, like, why was nobody saying nothing when he was alive? They actually were. But, like I said, this all was happening a decade ago. So,
I guess I wasn't paying attention. That's all. I don't pay attention to that shit, man. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it can fly past you. I mean, I think social media right now is more prevalent than it was 10 years ago, even though it was so prevalent 10 years ago. But I mean, just certain shit will, and I wasn't really talking about you, DJ's old school. I'm seeing a lot of people share. There's a BET, online BET article about KRS-One saying KRS-One supports pedophile, like the way that the shit is labeled, you would make it would make it seem like KRS-One was supporting the actions when he wasn't doing that. He was doing exactly what C Styles is just doing. Like, we're here supporting what happened for this culture, not what was happening behind the scenes. And like, I remember when they first put that shit up years ago, and it was just like, it's no reason to even fight that shit because you're screaming at the wind. But like, people are now starting to post that BET article from 2016, and folks are reacting to it like it's a new article. Like, oh, he said, it's like, it literally says 2016 right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that, like I said, that's the type of shit that just pisses me off, man.
I mean, it's gonna happen when Bill Cosby goes. When Bill Cosby dies, people go stir up some more shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is kind of what I was talking about last week when I was like the whole Brandy Wanye thing. I was like, nigga, we knew about this. We like y'all brushed this under the rug many, many years ago. It came back up. You know what I'm saying? And now it's back up because of the book. And it's like anytime it's like certain things are always going to be brought back up the minute something happens. You know what I mean? So like when Bill Cosby passed away, there go be people that's gonna say rest in peace, Bill Cosby, and then there's gonna be people that's like, man, fuck him. He did this, he did that, da 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 da. Da. And it's like that's how it goes.
True indeed. Well, rest in peace to him anyway. Let's play this song before we close out. Let's check it out.
You got that one? All right, Funky, bring the drums in. Yo. AC Styles, give me a bass line, bro. Okay. Somebody in the door. Street. Keep recording. South still got something to say. Stay Atlanta now. It's real Atlanta. Don't speak to me if you can't feel my pain. You in the house talking about you feel the rain. I had to do my flesh like it was Eddie Kane. Gotta check them quick, cause ain't nobody came to hear you sing. That roll-up hoe be going, no wheel in the wheel. That holy smoke, that fire from down inside my soul got lit when I was in the cold. Left me for dead, left me for go. So many stories never told. Don't cry for me, they made their choice, and now I'm on this road I'm on. I look alone, I'm not alone. Got God with me, my child with me. More weight than where I'm supposed to be. Keep moving, growing constantly. These stories that I got to tell my life, and they are not for sale. Got too much wisdom, hurting fails. It's only right they used to. I got a testimony. That's what the test for. Where you from, though? ATL, fo. So you be rapping, huh? What it hit for? Talking heavy bars, weigh about a kilo. You got a testimony? That's what the test for. Where you from, bruh? ATL, fo. So you be rapping, huh? Hey, what it hit for? Talk that talk, cause there's a lot of folk ain't said nothing. I used to do a lot of chemistry, all I talk is conversion. Now I'm into astronomy, all I talk is convergence. I'm heavy on the mathematic, got in a couple commas. Multiplied and divided, my integers hit the minus. Find my angle, then I try to trigonometry the minor. 2.0, but I be cubing 3, agree, that's every time. For the record, I've been grinding, grace and mercy keep me grinding. Man, I'm really good at counting, I got more blessings than diamonds. We make beautiful music with beautiful sentiments. One of the greatest parts of human experience. These just some thoughts that I be thinking. Making sure the city and my ship is never says I got a testimony. That what the test for. Hey, where you from, though? ATL, fo. So you be rapping, huh? That what it hit for. Talking heavy bars, weigh about a kilo. I got a testimony. That what the test for. Hey, where you from, bro? ATL. So you be rapping, huh? What it hit for. The South still got a lot to say. The rest you gotta pay for.
All right, y'all. C Styles, go ahead, my brother.
All right, so yo, check it out. That's my man 2.0 song called Testimony, produced by myself and my man DJ Funky. He's actually a gospel hip hop artist. So I want to get y'all understanding on that real quick.
I can tell I can tell the message as soon as he started rapping, bro. That was good.
I heard it in the
I'm
lyrics.
gonna steal your line. That was a groovy movie. I like that one, dog. For real, for real.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
For real.
We still be working over here, man. We got them beats.
Yeah, hey, you see what I put in the chat? Bass lines matter. He said, C-Styles, bring the bass line. They matter.
Yeah, that was a good one there, C-Styles. Good. Hey, if y'all don't know, by the way, C-Styles be on the list.
Appreciate
it. Y'all better check C-Styles out in the listening room. I done followed it and everything, C-Styles. Y'all keep doing y'all thing down there in Atlanta, brother.
Nah, I rock with that joint. It gave me like a backbone type vibe. You know what I'm saying? And it was a groove, man. I fucked with it. And I want my 5 cents for using my line, brother. That bass lines matter line. I want my 5 cents.
You thought so.
That's my line, sir. I believe I came up with that line first, BLM, and I said that's bass lines matter. I think that was me first.
Nah, it started off as Bridges Matter, and that was the last mode it started that, and then I flipped it to Baselines Matter because I'm always putting baselines on stuff.
Nope. Wait a minute. We gonna argue about this later.
Yes. All right. Well, listen, guys, we gonna wrap it up for today. It was a dope call. You know, good music and everything, but you know, we'll be back with more guests next week. Like Bionic said, can't hit a home run every week, but we've been doing pretty good. So shout out to us and everybody who's involved on a weekly basis. And I'll let y'all know who we got for next week. I think we might have a big one, but sometimes I say that and then you know everything falls apart. So we'll see where we at. So shout out to everybody. Nothing but love. God bless y'all. See y'all next week. Peace.